Wow. So I'm going to the other house, and I got an email. Somebody said, go to Stump Down real quick. So I caught Stump Down's commentary about Castro, Cannon, and Brian because I only heard a little bit, and I am floored in what I heard. Let me say this to Brian and Castro: work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling. It hurts my heart that you all can't be your authentic self because you haven't studied scripture thoroughly enough to know that what you're saying is detrimental to yourself. I ain't trying to prove nothing to you all. Don't come in my face. My relationship and how I'm living, I'm good with it. If you are not good with who you are, then get the fuck away from me because you are self hating and I am not. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Y'all sit there and let people tell you all you're worthless and you believe it. And if you think you're going to hell and if you think living gay is wrong, then do something about it. But then I sit there and see y'all marvel over gay porn because you like gay porn. I'm like, where does that make sense? So my thing is I'm good with my relationship. And this is why y'all ain't gonna never have no relationship. Castro and Brian, as long as you all have this mindset, you will never have a long-term relationship because you're gonna be playing those games with people. And so all you're gonna be is quick lays or friends with benefits. And it's not because somebody else don't want to have a relationship with you. It's because you think that you're an abomination. And because you think you're an abomination, you don't even have a good sense of self. But let me tell you something. You can't convince me because again, scripture and context is everything. And what I'm not going to do is let people who really haven't studied scripture and context and proof text tell me about me. And it seems like you all are jealous or bothered because I don't have that faulty thinking like you do. Because I think you're going to bust hell wide open for other things, not for being gay, but for other shit. Stealing money, lying to people, getting your lick back, being vindictive. Y'all some vindictive hoes. You ain't going to hell for being gay. You're going to hell because you are just damn no shit bad person. That's why you're going. Not because you're gay. It's because you're damn right awful. And I'm going to prove that. So anyway, I listened to what Stump Down's vlog was saying, what he was saying. And one thing is, sometimes Stump Down, I don't let people talk and I interrupt them because I don't want them to put themselves in jeopardy. I don't want them to say too much. But you are right. These hoes say a whole lot. I sat there. Brian was good with Castro. But Brian, in his very sneaky way, tried to bring up Tommy laying hands on him. Now, I find it very bad that Castro said that his mama was getting assaulted, and it's okay, and he wants to be with somebody who assaulted him. I'm gonna say this: I don't agree with Tommy laying hands on him, but Tommy, stay away from this hoe. That hoe was laughing at you one minute because you was going to jail. Now she wants you back. Y'all crazy. But the tables turn because Brian wanted to say that how can you let that man lay hands on you, Castro, and all of this? Now, as long as Castro was taking that, Briiine was okay with it. But as soon as Castro turned the tables, caught the shade, and said, well, didn't you have a situation where somebody popped you in your mouth? Honey, Briiine laughed it off, but he was truly upset about that because it became of how dare you try to bring up my situation while we talking about your situation, but you trying to bring up my situation. And Briiine got extremely upset about that. And what did he do next? Well, Ro said that you had something. He knows what this is, but he throws that out there because now I'm gonna get my lick back from you because you low-key embarrassed me by taking me to task, even though I tried to shade you. Ro, you know, you my boy Ro, Spartan alumni, but Ro, I think you're doing the best thing right now. Don't talk to that man because that man actually is putting out stuff about you. And I hope you didn't say anything too derogatory or too embarrassing because this man is so broken and so hurt that he would do this to you. Bro, if he would talk about his own nephew and his own sister like a dog, you know he don't give a shit about you. And the thing is, bro, now he's trying to say that you tried to get an extended stay so y'all could do the nasty and all of that. And then here he is talking about something, I don't like no drag queens, but yet you want to be LaDonna. You up there putting on wig caps and it's crazy. It's crazy. And this is why I don't want to meet this person. And I pray to God you don't want to meet me either. So it's mutual. But one thing I don't do, now if you come for me, I'm going to come for you for the most part. And especially if it's feasible. But, Ro, he's trying to destroy your reputation. Just like he tried to do Trademark Fortune. But Castro, he was with you. Long as you was talking about Jay Wilson is wrong because he think you can be a Christian and gay and all of that. Oh, he was there. Wasn't he there? Oh, yeah. But as soon as you turn the table to say, hey, Briiine, I mean, you doing a lot of talking about me, but didn't you get popped in your mouth? Oh, Lord, you done pissed them off now. You done pissed them off now. And y'all, let me tell you something. Briiine is very diabolical. He always tries to play like I'm your friend and I want to be there for you. But in just that matter of time, you turned right on Castro. And it was so slick how you did it. See, Castro, sometimes I will shade you or interrupt you so you won't incriminate yourself. But people like Briiine, they thrive off of that. The dude is smart in how to get shit started. And that's why when he comes on the panel, I use him for what he's worth. I don't trust him. He's lied to people. He done told people that he was using money for this. Wound up, he was lying just to get them people money. He lies. And then, Honest Ro took your conversation, talked about you, and Castro, because you made him feel bad, because you took him to task about his DV situation, you pissed him off. So I'm going to get you back. So I'm going to tell you that Ro told me that this is what you have. So not only am I throwing a firebomb at Ro, but I'm low T shading you as well. Child. Castro did say too much, but you can't tell these boys anything. You know what? You're a grown man, Castro. Briiine is a grown man. Both of y'all was sitting up there trauma bonding. You mad because I'm comfortable with my sexuality and I believe I'm a Christian and I am a gay black man who is a Christian, but you can't accept that for you because you got those legalistic, half unlearned people telling you all this and you accept it. You didn't do the research. You didn't do this, but yet, Jay Wilson, this. And like I said, this hoe won't even get her driver's license. She won't even read a book for a driver's license, but yet she a scholar, a biblical scholar now. She's a theologian now. I don't want to meet none of y'all hoes because I wouldn't even want you all to meet my gay friends because they are professional, they are tactful, they know who they are, and all of that self-deprecation and loathing and that self-hate, don't deal with that. Now, this is what I am gonna say. If you believe, because you gay, you gonna bust hell wide open, then you do a workaround. You do what you need to do for yourself. Just leave me out of it. Just leave me out of it. I don't want anyone around me who feels that way. I don't. I don't. Because you can't love yourself. And if you can't love yourself like hell, you can love me. I just think it's sad. And despite stump downs, whatever, I appreciate that he played the clip because it gave me an insight that y'all thinking is way, it's way left. We don't think the same. And I don't have to apologize to you. You can think the way you want to. I just don't have nothing to do with it. And the sad part about it is at one point in my life, when I didn't know any better, I thought that same way too. But the sad part about it is I never read, and what I did read, it was never in context. It was always just reading the surface. Didn't look at word etymology, didn't look at history, didn't look at, just told what somebody told me is what I went with. But baby, when you get free, and my thing is, like I told Castro this morning, and as I told Briiine in previous conversations about this, if you so straight, then go ahead and get a woman. But Castro, you talking about something, oh, I love some gay porn. I love some gay porn. That's coming out of your mouth. And it's sad. That's the sad part. It's sad. And then you sat down on that man channel, and that man pretty much used you. He used you. I'm like, damn. And he was so slick. Well, honest, Rose said, because this is what he told me. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, look at this boy weave this mess. I'm like, look at him weave this mess. Man. And Castro, you sat right there and took the bait. That's the sad part about it. You took the bait. But hey, it's what you want to do. And this is why I tell you all now that there are no friends on YouTube. We are subcontractors. I don't have no feelings towards this. If you want to be stupid, be stupid. If you want to spill all your tea, you spill it. Do what you want to do. And see, Briiine was good with you agreeing with him. He was even good with you telling your business. But baby, when you told some of his, it was over. And the atmosphere quickly changed to, and he put Ro in it. knowing good and well that he wanted to bring this up about your status. And I just thought it was very interesting. Oof. Let me say this. Baby, these gays are vicious. You hear me? They are vicious. Vicious. And see, this is why you don't trust them. Castro, I don't trust you, and you know why I don't trust you. Here we are trying to get you out of the house because you just had a death in your family. We trying to help you, me and Rebel. And what you do, you try to let folk think that we were trying to seduce you to get you to some isolated cabin, which I'm like, when I heard it, I was shocked. I'm like, what? It was so far-fetched. But then I'm like, this hoe plays them games. I'm like, he plays those games. And unfortunately, I think Tommy is not a violent person unless provoked. And he had no business hitting Castro. But Castro, you play them stupid games. And then when you get a stupid prize, you get upset. And I felt your frustration. The part about it is he was talking about you getting your butt whipped, right? He sure did, right? But then when you talked about him doing that, I am back, you all. I am so sorry I had to cut off real quick, but I'm back. So anyway, but you see the games that these people play? Baby, they be playing games. And what Stomp Down did was just focus on the games y'all play. Let me see what y'all saying. Now, I'm gonna talk about who I want to talk about. Y'all can't tell me who I want to talk about or not talk about. That's silly. Like you said, I'm 50. Yeah, somebody in my house. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, Briiine, you did that. But we saw you get mad real quick. You got mad and you turned on Castro real quick, really quick. And I was surprised. But Castro, that's what you get. You thought that person was your friend. Y'all was having a good conversation. And then he felt the need to talk about that situation. It had you talking about Tommy. And you still love him. And and he said, "Are you serious?" And you said, "Yes, yes." And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, did you just say this? I'm like, are you serious? Dude. But you thought it was cute. And guess what, Castro? You look like a DV victim who still can't get over the person who beat your ass. And it makes you look weak. And it makes you look desperate. And it makes Tommy look honest because Tommy kept on saying that this is what you do and all of this. And I'm sitting there like, wow. But that's how it looks. And Brian orchestrated it right there. And he's a quick worker. He thought really quick. Camp. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, y'all, I'm so sorry. I had to talk to somebody. Um, Pastor J, you predicted think that I care what these hoes think about my ring. My ring is well insured. If anything happen, I don't care how cheap they think my ring is, it's insured, baby. Okay? And that's all I care about. Them hoes don't got nothing to insure. See, this is what I'm saying. These people got issues with you, and you living your full life, and they sitting up here working 12 hours for $241. Girl, and you just sit there and watch that. And I'm like, oh, maybe you need to start driving Uber. Because if that's what you're making, and then you want to flex, it's the flex for me. That's the thing. It's the flex for me. But baby, we I'm listening to this, and it's crazy as cat pee. This whole thing is crazier than cat pee. And I'm sitting here listening to these people, and I'm like, you can't be serious. I'm like, you can't be serious. It's like, are you serious? Okay, y'all, I'm back. Girl, you can't make this shit up. But what did I prophesy, girl? What did I predict? Because I probably predicted some things. I probably did. But I'm really sad. And let me say this again. I don't get along with Stump Down all the time. I know that whole shady and dirty and low down. And baby, we know that. But what I am gonna say again is I'm looking at, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm looking at these hoes and they can't even stay on task. Soon as Brian thought that Castro came for him, but Castro had every right. You sitting up here berating Castro about his relationship with DV, but yet when Castro mentioned your situation about DV, you get upset. And then you decide to throw him under the bus. I'm like, okay, is this really going on? And then Brian throws Honest Roe under the bus. He hates Roe, but he loves Roe. He hates Roe. And if Roe would talk to him and give him the time of day, baby, he would be right back there. And see, that's Roe's fault right there. Okay, I'm going to drop this link. Baby, these girls are not well, honey. Honey, these girls are really not well. And Ro, this should be a lesson to you that you need to leave these crazy people alone. I knew that hoe wasn't good when she was talking to Billy. And child, Billy was crazy. She was crazy. And that's why her and Billy got along, honey. Because Billy was about crazy and she was crazy too. You think we forgot about Billy, but we ain't forget about Billy. Billy thought somebody was getting ready to get some real big money from a settlement, and so my mama died money, girl. Well, I do think they have. You got to, and again, even with me and my strong belief in my Christianity and my sexuality, and if you're not there yet, you're not there yet. And you can hold your beliefs, but baby, I don't believe like that. I don't have no self-hatred. I love me. And you can't say you love you, but then think God hates you. See, that's the whole thing. You think God hates you, and that opens a whole nother can of worms there. Because I don't want to go to hell. It's a lot, most stuff that's going to take you to hell by your sexuality, besides your sexuality. Girl, okay. Laziness, slothfulness is going to take you to hell. Oh, okay, lying going to take you to hell. It's a lot of stuff. Cheating people out their money. Really. Baby, y'all going to miss hell. Look, y'all going to miss heaven for other stuff of being gay. Honey, gay is y'all least problem. Baby, it's your least worry. Okay, it's the least of your problems. Y'all hoes got other problems. He sat there and let Castro do all of that talking, and then he wanted to berate Castro. You know what I'm saying? And then when Castro read his mail, he gets pissed off at Castro, and then talking about someone, Honest Rose. I'm like, just as slick. I don't want to meet that hoe. That hoe crazy. I love me. No, you love your outer self, but your inner self, there is a conflict, there is a battle, honey. And I'm telling you, and as long as y'all hoes think Jesus hates y'all, and as long as y'all hoes sit up there and let people tell y'all ain't shit, then y'all gonna continue to feel that way. And let me tell you something. I don't want anybody with low self-esteem like that, and then want to act like, child, I just look at them and shake my head because Jay Wilson wants you to believe. Well, that I don't know. That I do not know. That I do not know. I cannot tell you that. Now, he said he did. He said he did. I don't know because I came on, but I don't know. That I do not know. So, and let me say this, you all. I'm going to talk about what I want to, just like they talk about me, which don't bother me at all, but I'm going to talk about this. And I want y'all to see that even in gay spaces, that there are homophobic homos. I hate to say it. And it's from a religious standpoint. These people have been so brainwashed and not studied scripture that they take it. And I'm sorry, I know scripture too well to be letting somebody hold me in bondage like that. What's up, Hershey?
Hey, Wilson, can you hear me?
Girl, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so look, listen. I was listening to one of your commentaries, and you had Brian on the panel, and that's when Mother and Uppity was came over.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give me a minute. I'm over here eating some barbecue chicken.
Oh,
Hold on.
girl.
Wait a minute. Hold on for a minute, Jay Wilson. Look, listen. So I'm listening to your replay,
Uh-huh.
and I'm hearing my name being mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hearing Hershey. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on now. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I know nobody ain't just make a troll account with my name attached to it. So after I heard that you had went live,
Mm-hmm.
and I told you, you know how the way I am. I'll jump up on the panel. The next time you see a troll in your chat with my name attached to it, challenge them to jump on your panel to hit the link.
Okay. True.
You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what was going on and what was being said. And then I think somebody was talking real spicy. And you were like, okay, Hershey, it ain't that deep, Hershey. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody's trolling him. Like, no, baby, it wasn't me. I was out with my man.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
out, I was out enjoying myself, but I like to catch the replays to see what was being said and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why I
Did
had
you
to
see
jump up on your
did
panel
you
on
see
right
what's
now.
happening now? Did you see Brian with Castro?
Well, honey, I don't know, Brian. It's a lot going on.
I think that boy is
Well,
truly
I
crazy.
seen
I think
Castro
he's
over
truly
there
out
at
of it.
Brian. I seen Castro over there on Brian Lane. They said like they was Thelma and Louise, Laverne and Shirley, like they was rubbing elbows. They was good Judies. They
Mm-hmm.
became good friends.
Until Brian tried to shade Castro and Castro caught it and then threw it back at him and then Brian turned on Castro that quick.
Well, I heard earlier, I was catching the shade. I was catching the shade earlier. I was catching the.
Here's your microphone going in and out. You said you were catching the shade earlier.
I was catching the shade earlier with Castro and Roe was on the panel. It was some shots being
Mm-hmm.
thrown.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Listen, I was listening to your commentary earlier with Castro and Honest Roe on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was catching the shade in the shot. Oh, they were throwing little slugs at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now what it sounds like, Castro and Brian clicking up the throw Honest Roe under the bus.
But you can't throw Honest Roe under the bus when Castro throws something back to you that you threw to him. See that hoe is self-sabotaging, and she don't know how to keep no friends. And so it was okay.
Well, Castro
It
said
was
it ain't tricking if
okay.
you got it.
Well, no, it was okay when I'm talking about Castro's domestic violence. But then when Castro mentions that, hey, you too are a domestic violent person, because didn't that white man hit you in your mouth? Honey, and Brian, he breathed real hard. You can tell he took a little sigh, and baby, he came back, and then he said, this is how slick he is. He said, Castro, Rose said, and he told me that, something about, HIV. Now that's how slick Brown was, because he knew he wasn't gonna ask that until Roe threw that up about his situation. And here he come. Now he's gonna shame Castro because Castro made him feel some kind of way. So again, you can't link up with somebody who crazy and any little time they take a dig at you, but you take one at them, they take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we see it. We see it. We saw it in real time.
And I
We
said
saw it in
Brian
real time.
not to like females so.
Oh, he
Oh
hates her.
yeah. Baby, listen, I be in the bushes clocking everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Do you remember when Brian accused Miss Stevens of being on the phone when he was on the
Mm-hmm.
phone with bro?
Uh-huh.
I think Brian's still holding that grudge. And he truly believed that Stevens was on the three-way because she knew too much about the conversation that was being mentioned. She knew too much
But Brian
of the
is so
conversation
crazy.
that Honest Bro
But
was
Brian
on
is
the
so
phone with
crazy,
Brian.
Hershey. He don't know which one of him or which personality talk because he was getting mad at Ro because he thought Ro was talking about his daddy because I said something about his daddy and I'm like, oh, you done talked about your daddy numerous times and you was embarrassed because he had another baby and all of this stuff and that stuff you told. Ro didn't say that. You said that. But again, he always want to
Mhm.
put some on Ro. He always want to put some on somebody else.
Mm.
I mean, but yet he done said it so much
Mhm.
that he don't even remember that it was him who put it out. He's crazy. He's crazy. And then always trying to call somebody else crazy. Baby, you are way thrown off. And then,
Mhm.
I'm messy,
Mhm.
but I'm messy intentionally. I really throw it out there so I'm gonna be messy with it. But baby, hey, how he did Castro, he
Mhm.
was stealthily, he was snake like slithering like messy. He said, bro, he said
Oh,
Castro,
you about to get messy earlier because you said, man, so you and Rico, y'all seem like y'all be good friends because both of y'all don't mind making a coin like they prostitutes.
well, hold on. But the thing is, Rico told Castro to go get the money because there was a situation where Tommy had said that he was supposed to get money from this white man and he didn't show up for the
Mm.
appointment. And here come Rico talking about something, get that money. So I'm like, okay. And again, they like each other. That's a brotherhood.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Brotherhood. Well, they was when I came up here to be a little messy and everything. I'm about to go back and enjoy my Sunday dinner, but I had to come up here to clarify that. Now, next time you see somebody, they go for anybody. Now, if y'all see somebody with the name of Hershey, and y'all already know how the way I get down, challenge them to it and click that link. Now, if they hesitate to drag their feet and don't want to click that link, you already know off top is a troll.
Hold on for a minute. Okay, hold on for a minute. Hello?
Cause I heard a motherfucker was looking for my goddamn Philly sister named Hershey. Hi, baby.
Thank you, Spark.
Oh, I've got Mama's Lady Lucky in a goddamn, but let me tell you motherfuckers something. If y'all see that raggedy dead Humpty Dumpty bitch named motherfucking Sincerely Skunky Saida, I'ma drag your ass back to your goddamn greatest grandmama womb, bitch. Since you wanna motherfucking talk about me, bitch, I tried to be peaceful on this goddamn Sunday, but since you and motherfucking Shop 313 dead Dusty, I live in every fucking car and goddamn Detroit had to make when Barry Gordy, rest in peace, who just passed, bitch, couldn't make my pussy shiver or shake, bitch. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I'ma light your ugly ass up, you dying raggedy bitch. I don't give a fuck if you from the LBC, CBC, FBI, CIA. I don't give a fuck, you raggedy cum drinking bitch. I'm gonna read your greatest grandmother ass, bitch. Do you understand me, ho?
Girl, what
Don't
you
fuck
talking
with me,
about and
ho.
what's happening? I mean, you always into something, boo. What's going on now? Girl, Ozone, what's the matter now? Girl, what is going on?
Bitches, I'm chilling, trying to be nice, trying to see what the fucking tea read. These motherfuckers wanna fuck with me. But anyway, hi, Jay Wilson. How are you, baby?
Hey,
Yeah. You was having a nice time at the Nollies. Did you get some of that Crawfish though, that crawfish.
You know what? I
God.
can't eat. I can't eat ditch lobsters. I can't. I have a real. And I'm. You know, I've seen people eating and they were sucking the head. I can't. I can't do it. Sparkles.
I know that's right, shit. I know that's right. But yeah, I'm gonna go drag. Oh, I'm just sick of these people.
Hold on for a
And I
minute. We
shouldn't
got
even give them
somebody. Is this
that
Tommy?
much energy. Oh
Hold on
Lord.
for a minute.
Hey,
Is this Tommy?
Yeah, this me. I want to know
Ooh,
what I done
Tommy,
did.
honey. Ooh, Tommy.
Babe, I'm
Tommy,
all
hold
over
on.
you two streets hot. I'm hot,
Tommy,
ain't
hold
I?
on for a minute. Tommy, let me get my clothes down, honey, so I can
Okay,
hear
let me
you
do.
real good. Cause honey, I need to talk to you. Tommy, you's in danger, honey. How they say, girl, you in danger. Molly, you is in danger. But
Not
Tommy,
Mr. Danger. Not Mr. Danger.
my thing is this: did you hear what Castro was saying over there on Brian?
Well, yeah, I did hear little bits and pieces of it. I've just been, Stone Down. I watched Stone Down. Stone Down gonna put 1,000 on 100. You know what I mean? Jay Wilson, I ain't come
But,
on here
but
do no
he
hooping and
played it
hollering. 'Cause
today, though, boo. He played it today. Now I'm gonna give him that. He played it today, and what they were talking about, I was shocked. And then that man, now Tommy, I am gonna give you this. He said that he still want to talk to you, but now you can't because he don't have your number and you don't block him on stuff. So that goes to show you, Tommy. Now I don't know about the other people, but people was claiming that you wanted that man and you was trying to get with that man and everything. And this is what I was saying. I was like, well, Tommy done gone through all of that shit with him. Why would he want somebody who's gonna bring that much drama to his life? Why would he want to do that? Now I don't agree with you whipping his ass. I just really don't agree with you doing that. But
I never
my
whipped
thing
his
is,
ass, Jay Wilson.
what you say?
I never whipped his ass.
Child, okay, whatever. All right. Well, if you say
No
so.
one
My thing
love
is
touches.
whatever. My thing is this: I think you are better away because again, you are on probation because of that situation. And I'm like, I know Tommy ain't that silly to risk his freedom to go to that man. I said, I know he's not that crazy to do that. And so today, when he was saying out of his own mouth that he can't get in contact with you and all of that stuff, I'm like, okay, well, maybe Tommy is not lying. Maybe Tommy is telling the truth that he ain't can't get in touch with that man. What are your thoughts, Tommy? Tommy?
I'm on here, but my thinking about it is, Pastor, I really can't say too much because they screen recording and trying to send stuff over there to them folks. But his thing about it is, I don't have an issue with that person, that man, because like you said, I should have been saving hands and stuff, when it happened. So I'm fine with what the judge did. Whatever they prosecutor trying to do, I'm just glad I didn't go to jail. I do have a YouTube channel, but I don't get on there all day, every day. I watch what I say, and I've never been the type of person to go out and pick with people. See, I'm a talkative person. I can tell my own business, not worry about nobody else's business. But I want to say this right here. They keep bringing up this STD stuff. That man don't have an STD because if he had one, I have it. And I don't have an STD. So
Well, let me
I
say this.
want
Let me
to
say
put
this.
saying
I
that.
never said that he had it because I don't think
Yeah.
he never answered. But what we brought up was how nasty Brian was and how
Mm-hmm.
sneaky Brian was because see, when Castro was on his side, Brian was good with that, right? But as soon
Right.
as Castro brought up Brian getting popped in the mouth by that white man, Brian got mad. And then
Yeah.
he said that, well, Honest Rose said you had this. What do you got to say about that, Castro? Because that's what I heard. He tried to act like he didn't know. Brian knew what he was doing. And
Exactly.
Castro sat there and fell for it. And I mean, I think Castro said too much about even trying to get in contact with you. I mean, why does Brian need to know that? And he sat there and see Castro, you be thinking that I'll be against you. I'll be stopping you from a lot of stuff. And then Lord
You start
knows,
me. You just start
baby,
me. I ain't
baby.
gonna lie, you start me. I ain't free that stuff. Get your sissy pop. Stop this in there so much. Let them guess. They
But
thought
let me
that
tell
for
you
real.
something, Tommy. Again, I don't have any allegiance to anybody, but I don't want nobody to go to jail. You hear me?
Me either.
It just bothers me that y'all don't listen. And when people don't listen, then it pisses me off. And I'm like, well, go ahead and do it. Because you see what's getting ready to happen. But let me tell you something, Tommy. See, when I told you to get up off here, because them people baby, I meant what I said. You know, it's really funny.
Jay Wilson, I got something to show you, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm looking raggedy, honey. But okay, I gotta put my clothes on.
Oh, please do.
Now, you know I ain't like your boy.
Jay was so cute. You look like a train conductor today. He's cute though. I'm gonna be hating on my baby. That's my baby, bitch. Don't hate on my Jay because I'm about to light y'all motherfuckers up. But hey, Tommy, baby, Tommy, potato. What the hell is that? A piece of meat? Jay, what the shit is that?
Huh?
Jay Wilson? Like a goddamn organ. No, what was that? That's like a big ass organ. Tommy, what the hell are you doing? Tommy is my baby. Tommy's funny as hell. Y'all funny.
Jay Wilson, I want you to meet my new baby. You see my baby?
Oh, she's cute.
She's a Shih Tzu. His name is Jazz.
Okay.
Hi, Dad.
Does she have her? Hold on. Does she have her shots?
Yeah, she have her shots. She's on 11 weeks. I got to go get her the other shots. I got the paperwork on it. I got the insurance through Lemonade. You know what I mean? Because he's a Shih Tzu. I've been hitting him since the 7th. I got him from a place. Yes, and he was surprised, honey. He was surprised, so I just selected him on the credit card, honey. Mm-hmm.
All right now. That's a beautiful dog.
Yeah, baby. You know one thing about this? This is not my baby. Ain't gonna be like Rico. This dog will give me
shit
and everything. You hear me? I have him running all over because he hadn't gone. I hadn't let him go out. He don't go outside until I give him his shots. He got to get one more round of shots. And what else he got to get? Is it a booster after that when he turns 16 weeks?
Yeah. So they'll get their rabies shots and all of that. Yeah. And then what you need to do, Tommy, is get a 3-in-1, like Simparica Trio, to keep heartworms away, because all it takes is one mosquito to bite that dog, and then the dog will have heartworms and die. Yeah. Or and then that'll take care of the fleas and the ticks.
And see, in this bag of food, he was like $30. This is the food where I got him from. This is the original food that he eats. So I'm going to keep him on the same food. I'm not going to give him. He don't even ask me for table food or none of that. He don't ask me. I mean, I can sit there and eat my food. He ain't no beggar, none of that. But the only thing about it, he clingy. He's very clingy to me. Very clingy.
You used to people being clingy to you, so that ain't nothing new. Child, you used to people wanting to feed you and shit. Can you feed me? Daddy, can I come home?
Jay, I'm missionary Baptist now. I love outreach ministry.
All right. I mean, yeah, but at least the dog won't provoke you to nothing. But I'm gonna tell you what, Tommy. Let me say this to y'all people too. Castro has said he doesn't have anything. But that was Briiine, again, to bring that up, because now it's going to cause friction between Castro and Honest Row. Briiine don't like Honest Row, so Briiine is feeling at home. But now Briiine is pissed off at Castro because Castro pretty much said, well, Briiine, you got your ass whipped too. So what's the difference? And that bothered Briiine, and that's why Briiine came at Castro like he did. I mean, I'm sitting there watching it in real time. And this dude's whole job is to have people fighting against each other, and he always brings that reason of doubt. But see, this is why he can't stand me, because I clock it. And every time he tries to come on my platform and think he's slick, I'm like, dude, I see you. You're not that original. I see who you are. I mean, and then with this gay thing, because you going to hell and all that. Well, I'm like, well, hoes get a woman. If y'all gonna go to hell and if Jesus can change you, then go ahead and get a woman right now. I mean, I'm just helping you. Don't be messing with me. But Here come Castro talking about somebody. Ooh, I love some gay porn. I love some gay porn. And I'm like,
Me
well,
too.
well, this is the thing though. This is what I'm saying.
Wait,
Don't
look.
tell
Who's that?
the gay shit ain't gonna send you to hell. It's your lying gonna send you to hell. It's a whole lot of other stuff besides what you're doing that's gonna send you to hell. And I'm just tired of people trying to use their sexuality. Lying gonna send you to hell. Cheating and scamming people out of their money when you know good and well you weren't going to Seattle is gonna take you to hell. This is why I
Right.
can't stand about
But
these
here's
That's
the
folks.
not
thing
that they
about
are.
it
That's
is,
not my thing, Jay
but
Wilson.
Pastor, I want to say this here. Now, everybody know, I don't understand watching Honest Row, but I understand why Honest Row was so upset with
Brian,
I'm sorry, I don't understand why Honest Row read Castro read that man like that, because he really wasn't how you could see it. He was just going on there because he know Brian and flip on him, and he knew Brian. I think Brian never wanted him over here on your link. And when he seen that opportunity, Castro has not. When that happened, that's when we was on that Pizarro chat about 2 years ago. That's when it was said that it was a live made, and he was crying about something, but he never said nothing about no STDs. The man said that he was just going through mental health issues problems at the time. So Honest Row took it and ran with it and used it for on Mad Day. Now, when we both was on there, the two of us was over there on Pizza's Child on that night, he brought that up. He insinuated it. But baby, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't never heard no outbreaks, and Lord forbid, you know what I mean, or none of that. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand why that will come up out the blue out anything. Brian's always worried about somebody else status where he in a place where he better play. He need to play with folks on YouTube. Cause one hiccup, one slip where he is, baby, ain't that Spy Zone? And shout out to those
baby,
people
they
that
say
got
Houston
killed.
is ground zero.
Baby, I don't even want to eat at a restaurant there, honey. I hate to
Well,
say that.
let me say this. Now people can really see who's who. All you got to do is wait on it. You know, I'm looking at this, and again, Castro, that boy used you, baby. I mean, he used you good, and I'm not mad at him,
I
but
don't hate him. I ain't either. I don't hate Brian, but I would never trust Brian. You remember Brian was the one that was calling like Bill Balzer. Brian did everything in his power, his will to try to come between it. Brian keep thinking, I think he wanted that man. Brian can't compare with me with no men at all, with no gay men at all. Okay, he can't, like he keeps saying. I said that I wanted him, he wanted me, and all that. No, I never wanted Brian. I didn't know Brian was gay. I didn't know none of the bisexuals when I first got on
I
YouTube.
don't even
Yeah,
think Brian won himself. And he's
yeah.
convincing himself because again, you know, he always want to bring Roe into it. And I don't know if Roe went along with his shit. I don't know. But again,
And I'm sick of that pipe dream ass shit too. I'm sick of
but
it.
look what
I'm
he
sick
did though.
of it.
Look what he did though, Tommy. Look what he did. First of all, I thought he was going to tell me that Roe had mistreated him or didn't
Mhm.
call him. And when he told me the story, I'm like, what? And so you telling me that Ro made you hard because he told you a story, and then you thought it was okay to come bring it out because again you wanted Ro to look thirsty for you, right? But then you were the one who said, "Well, Ro, when I lose this weight, you know I'm gonna be on Manjaro, and when I lose this weight, it'll take about 3 months. You know you will still be around." I mean, you were shooting your shot for Ro, so we heard that. That's not something that we made up. We heard that. But now you trying to make Ro thirsty. Now, Ro, if you got conversations out there, he got stuff out there, you might want to deal with that. But I'm gonna tell you, with that trademark fortune, baby, you tried to do the same thing with trademark. Trademark said, "Not today, Satan." And then when we really looked at the text messages and all of the message that you sent, oh, you was the one who was looking thirsty. But he's pissed off at trademark about that. He can't let that shit go. But again, Tommy, he was talking about his sister and nephew like a dog. Did you hear him talk about his sister and his nephew?
I ain't gonna lie. I watch you every morning. Every time you go live, I don't fall down in the chat. But most time, but I didn't watch it. But I just subscribed to his channel. You know, because I've been watching closely. But that how you know that since certain people couldn't on his panel, he leaving them lives up, and everything else he taking them down. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And like
Ain't
I
it?
said, I said this person want that person to go to jail. Seem like it. Saying when you say a person got a house of Virginia and all of that, come on now. And, in my probation officer, I already said something about that. Folks could go to jail for that, but it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. I just want to clear the air with it.
Well, let me say this. I have never slept with any of these folk online.
But I know they want me to. Pastor, we have now. We even got them Jackie and Grinding every now and then. So
I said online.
But I'm a choosy lover like you. That's what I like about you.
Online.
You like a certain kind of man, and that's how I am too. That's why I kept going back to.
Online. Let me tell you something. Nobody online can say, "Oh, I did this with Jay Wilson." Never, because again, I don't understand how y'all do that. Do you not know that these people gonna talk? I'm like,
this was my first time into this. I knew this was my first relationship. I ain't know the big sex was gonna swallow me whole. And you think what I know now? You think I would have been doing this? I would have never put it on the internet. I would have never. I know better.
Castro gets mad when I remind him of that. I'm like, Castro, I told you what's more important, your relationship or YouTube, and obviously YouTube was more important. But again, I can't even beat him because y'all grown. Y'all grown.
Yeah, because I've done wrong too, so I just can't put it all off on that man either. Because
you can't. But I'm telling you, I was put out as the bad guy, or you want Castro, or you want Tommy, and I'm like, no, I don't want nobody. I don't want y'all to go to jail. I don't want nobody's life to be ruined. Because again, when you go through the YouTube stuff,
let's do a threesome.
Huh?
We can do a threesome once, and we got 4 years ago. Now you take your vitamins, your omega. Your hard together, keep it for. I'm just being shady.
I only take a multivitamin, and
I need to take some.
I always take a multivitamin, baby, and I'll be taking all of that stuff. People taking the blue pill. Baby, I don't know nothing about no greens.
I know them greens and mac and cheese and them pork chops and baked chicken good. Cause I watch you, but it wasn't for me just fall down in the chat and be seen. And I just wanted to play out at the time and just stay out of it.
Let me say this, you all. It's so funny. Every gay man got it. Every gay man got this, and this, and this. Now, Tommy has said he don't have shit. But what y'all need to be watching out is for y'all husbands and shit who be going out and playing with these men and then come up and screw y'all. Now, again, y'all need to be just as careful as the rest. And I'm just saying, now, again, the man said he done been tested. He said he okay. But can I say this? Let me say this, and I want to be real clear. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm going to be real clear. If I'm not sleeping with you and you ain't sleeping with me, I don't worry about none of that. Again, see, that's the whole thing. And I think people grown, and I think that because see, this is the thing. Gay men don't have children. Y'all be having children and shit. And like I said, my girl April should be a wake-up call for you all. Because when April said she came on and that person called her and she said her man wasn't gay, and that person said, oh no, and started talking, and April had to backtrack. Baby, that should be a wake-up call for y'all. And I'm not trying to be funny, but let me tell you, Tommy and Castro are grown men. And like I said, a lot of people try to put stuff on folk, but I think everybody need to be careful. And at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own sexual activity.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't mean to cut you off, but if he did have some, I wouldn't put it on YouTube. You know, sometimes I would drink and I would say certain things and, make a man angry. But they said, how would I know if I ain't got tested? Baby, I get tested. I don't get on the internet and display it. I know my body. You see what I'm saying? I know my body. See, when you know your body, you know your body. See, I know my body. Sure enough, I've been in counseling since August 11th of last year. And no, I don't have 5-year probation. I got 4 to 7 months to go. I'm down. And if I do good behavior, the judge might even reduce it. You know what I mean? Hell, what is it? Stop drinking, stop smoking. That's a piece of cake for me. You know what I mean? And if I wanted to, she already said that if I want to get my medical marijuana card, I can get it. I can get it. I just told her, you know what, I just want to regroup. And I
But
think
Tommy,
sometimes
let
this
me
stuff
say
make me
this.
paranoid.
I think you're doing a good job. I can hear it in your voice.
I'm
And
trying because
again,
I don't want to
and
go to
again,
jail.
Tommy, like I said, as long as you riding and living, I'm gonna live with you. But when you try to start riding and dying, I'm not there with you. Now, let me say this: I'll come on here and roast and gag and do the shits and giggles with you. But some of this stuff that I'm seeing, I'm like, this ain't cute. This ain't cute. So you got to do what you got to do.
Right,
So,
and
but
I
look,
would
Tommy,
never
I'm just
mistreat my
glad.
dog. My son, I'm gonna hit my dog. I wouldn't dare hit my dog. That's the reason why I didn't ever come up here. I've been hitting my dog. I just didn't want to come up because you know how these crazy people. This dog is
Mhm,
gonna make me. I'm excel with this probation. While I think about doing something, think about my dog. And ain't this coincidence? I didn't name the dog. That was his name. His original name was Jazz, Jazz. That was his name. So I just kept it as that name. Ain't that name? It goes in with other people dog name. I said, this better than some, so I just kept the name. And he's a full whole blooded Shih Tzu, and I
mhm,
love him. I love him, honey. He
mhm.
give me hope. You know what I mean? He's just very clingy, and I think since I'm a felon pastor, I think I might. What if I do me a kennel? Give me a house and start raising them, and and sell them.
Well, Tommy, if you good with dogs that way, then you should do that. I mean, you should do that now.
Well, I'm not good at
And
dog. I got to learn. I'm learning. I'm
well, I
learning
think
as I
you will
go.
learn, Tommy. I think but let me tell you something, Tommy. You do got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. You
Yeah,
got to have a
because I
plan.
really want to. It's so hard for me to get a job now with that stuff on my name. I said, Lord have mercy. I know. I said, I'm Tommy. You just gonna have to start your business. And I ain't gonna lie. I found this program. I just got to save my money up and build my credit up. And I'm thinking about getting ready to buy me a house sooner than later. I got a few things on my credit. I owe like $1,400 worth of debt that I got to pay off. Once I pay that
Okay.
off. I'm gonna try to look for me a house, which ain't gonna be no more than a 2-bedroom. I ain't going to be up with the Joneses. It's gonna be affordable for even if we're not
Correct.
working. And that's what I want to do because everybody think that folks want to live on stuff like that house all their life. I moved here because I want no food. I wasn't gonna bite out more than I could chew. This is just a stepping stone for me. To me, it seems like I'm more of a slow learner. I listen to you like how you be reading people. I'm like, damn, I'm gay. I need to at least try to buy me a house because my life is going fast. I'm gonna be 35 years old, and I ain't got no issue problem with you.
Tommy, do
I
you hear
was
these people talking about how basic my house is and basic my
baby.
car?
Your house is not basic, honey. That's the
But
American dream you are living. That's called
but
the
this is the
American dream, and
thing.
I love them on nasty level seats, honey. See, you
Let
the
me let
type of
me
gay man that I like to hang around. I don't like to hang around them gays that pull you down because I'm on stuff that housing, but I have my stuff fixed up like I'm in a mansion. I've never been jealous of nobody. I don't want to talk about nobody's relationship. I don't do that now. When they come for me, that's when I go at them. But other than just being messy, just want me to worry about you and your man, that's not none of me.
But Tommy, this is what I'm saying. If this is what's basic for me, then I'm gonna keep my basic.
Mm-mm. And you show they lying because when you said their house appraised for $500,000, you show they lying
That's what
because yeah, it appraised for a half, and because time that the economy has got up, this guy higher now as years progress. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. They just be hating. One thing about me, you ain't gonna never hear me mistreat
Well,
you
I
with
think it's
your
funny because
accolades.
you got that man in New York, and he keep
Mm.
on saying, "Well, I got friends who got more than what you have." But I'm like, "But those are your friends. What do you have?" And he can never come back with nothing. And I feel sorry for him, Tommy. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
I don't think
He
I'm better
asked
than
for when
anybody
you
else.
read,
I
you
know.
be reading it. You be reading the fuck hell out of him. He asked for why he keep coming on there doing. He do that with Stone Down. Like he want y'all to talk about him. Like, dude, chill out. We don't be want to talk about that. We don't be want to do health reads, but he be getting so dark and low. Like he started with me. You know, and I never said anything about the man. I feel sorry for him because I just feel like he been used and abused. You know what I mean? I don't have good throat, and I can't take things like them. So you know what I mean, and I'm glad I'm like that. You know what I mean? What
But
I
let me
get? What
say
could
this:
I? I
I
could
don't have
pull.
anything against that man. I don't think I'm better than that man. Sometimes you got to make better choices and better decisions. And
Right.
sometimes some decisions that you make may limit your choices. And that's all I'm saying. It's not because I'm better than folk. No, sometimes you got to make better decisions. Trust me, there's somebody out there who's making better decisions than I am. But it's no need to get
Right.
mad and jealous and stuff. And I'm just not like that. I'm like, look, but if my house is basic, then I'm going to keep my little basic house.
Your house is not basic. I ain't gonna lie. It's one thing I admire about you, and you know, in the gay community, especially. Well, I don't know about the Gen X's, but millennials, we see some men up. They don't even got subsidized housing. They ain't got no cars. They don't have no jobs here in Little Rock. These people just be wanting fast food. Later here, they think that sex is the only thing you look for. I look beyond it. You know, it's good to have, but I'm looking at what you want in life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I look up to you, Jay Wilson, even though we done hit out bumps in on YouTube, but you are a person that can help us young adults to get through these trials and tribulations. Hell, I didn't know I was gonna go through what I
I'm
was
gonna
going
help
through in
people. I'm
life.
gonna help people if they want to be helped, Tommy. That's it.
But I believe you
You
called
know,
to be a minister, though. I believe you've been called. I might call you Jack Lee. That's just an old saying because I'm from the country. But I do believe that, and you have really hit me, guiding me. At first, I thought you was against me, but hell, like you said, you put it on YouTube. You ain't no dummy. You got 6 degrees. How can you talk about a man that got 6 degrees? I can't. That's a read right there. So when they ask me something about you, I can say he got a lot. He got some properties. He got a partner. And they do good because you know most time gay men they got that. You know they ain't got that.
all I'm gonna say is I made some pretty decent decisions. Not all have been good. Some of them been, questionable. But this is the thing,
But
Tommy.
that's all of
Anybody
us.
can make it, though. You can make it if you wanna. You can make it. You can make it, even with your
But do you think
felony.
I'm too old? Do you think I'm
You
too
can
old to
make
buy
it.
a house?
You're never too old to buy a house.
But you know they say at a certain age you shouldn't even want to buy a house.
Well, Tommy, you want something. Owning a house is never wrong. So, say if you had a house, Tommy, and you lived in that house for 5 years, now you got equity in that home. And if you sell that home, then that's money in your pocket.
Yeah,
Can you hear
I
me?
see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
I
the
hear
bank
you.
take what they take and you take what you could be left with a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's never
Right.
too late to own a home. You want something, and then if you don't want a home anymore, then you'll find a good. Now I'm telling you, they have a lot of 55 and over residents. See,
But
that's
I
what
ain't gonna
people
be able
don't
to do it.
understand.
I
Baby,
can't do
why
it
these
because they
people
don't
paying
my
all of
name.
that money? Baby, I can go ahead and get in a 55 or plus community and pay less rent. Yeah, people don't understand. It's a blessing to grow old. Some of y'all ain't gonna
Yeah.
even grow old. That's the sad part about it, because some of y'all looking old now. That's stress all in your body, and it's sad. But Tommy, it is never too late to own something, and you always want something, because again, it's called equity. And if you
Yeah.
decide that I don't want to deal with this house no more, you can go ahead and sell it. The bank gets their portion, you take your portion, and you move right on.
They got a company, this services. I can supposed to take this class, a $75 class. He said I need a 620 of above. He said that they'll pay everything. He said up to $10,000, but I really want to have 20% so I can have my own private insurance. You know what I mean? I've been. It's gonna be based on income. You know, it ain't based on income, but you know the ones. It's gonna be probably what you call it. I forgot what they call on mortgage loan, FHA. But these houses here in Little Rock, this is where I want to reside. They got nice brick homes, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, two bedroom, 2 bath. And you're gonna spend about $70,000 to $80,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I want to give me one, but I want to give. I've been trying to fill applications and pick up my
Well,
life.
all
That's the
I'm
reason
gonna
why I
say
gave me one.
is the basic houses in my neighborhood are going for 347.
Ooh.
Now, when I moved here, they were in the mid 200s. So now they've
Yeah.
gone up to about 347. So again,
I
I'm
know
gonna
because
keep
that's
my
not.
basic house.
Hey, and imagine your other house too. You got that money like my dad. My dad's house was the same way. Because when he bought his house was 215, and now it's worth 300,000
Yeah,
now.
and you know what? It ain't. Let me say this, y'all. It ain't a brag. Anybody who gets something worth value is going to
I ain't got
appreciate.
nothing, but I know people that got
That's
something.
it.
I ain't gonna
Now,
lie.
Tommy, they was talking about meringue. They was talking about meringue.
Man, I see you show the paperwork. You show the paperwork. Hey,
It's
OT,
insured.
for real.
It's insured. It's insured, and it's been appraised.
Well, Jay Wilson, I want to issue you an apology too. Since you have came into my life, I noticed other people have started using you for commentary and harassing you and stuff. But I just want you to know I ain't had nothing to do with it. I tried to move on. I didn't know how it's gonna get
But
on
Tommy, I
YouTube.
don't take it. Look. Listen to me. I don't take that shit seriously.
Yeah.
This is a show, and when I come on,
Right.
I come on
I
to
used to
do a
take this
show.
shit serious, man. I was taking this shit serious. I swear to God, if I know now, I would have been taking this stuff serious. That reason why I quit taking it serious. I said, because Jay Wilson don't get unbothered. He don't give a damn what they say about him. He gonna do what he want to do. Yeah.
Girl, in my
But that's the
HEB,
thing.
I'm driving up to my little HEB.
Oh, you know I
Oh,
love me
they
some
got crawfish.
HEB.
Baby, they got crawfish today, boo.
But they $9 a pound here in Arkansas.
See, they got the crawfish. You see the crawfish over here, baby? They got the
Yeah.
crawfish stand up here. My. So, but
But Jay
Tommy,
Wilson,
let
we
me
need
tell you something.
more. I don't mean to cut you out when I say this. We need more gay men in our life like you. That's okay to read and you know
Well,
how to do it, but
let me say this. There are a lot of gay men that are doing extremely well. Now, are they millionaires or billionaires? No, but they work every day and they are comfortable. If they want to go on vacation, they can. And there are a lot of gay men. And I think gay men who are accomplished, I think gay men who are accomplished really threaten people. I don't know why.
right.
You know,
Because
long as
they
we
look at us
fighting
to
and acting
fail.
crazy, huh?
They look for us to fail. You know, gay men, back in the day, they think gay men was nasty, pervert, do anything.
No,
And our
well, let
gay
me
men
say
ain't
this:
like that.
gay men in my community. I can't speak for nobody else, but they were the ones who had the best clothes. They always looked good. They were
Yeah, I
always
try to
dapper,
do my best.
you know. But see,
I
I'm
watch you
not
for
used to.
educational reasons. I watch you for educational. I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch you for the mess. I like when you read, but I try to learn from you. I said one day I'm gonna tell.
You
I said
know,
that man that taught me this and taught me that about life. I am that type of
yeah.
person.
Well, let me say this, Tommy. Some things you get from your own experience and something you got to go
Yeah.
through so you will know. But let me say this. There are many more men who are doing either equivalent or better than what I'm doing who happen to be same gender loving. There are a lot out there. And
But I
so
hadn't met him
my
because
thing,
I'm new.
okay, but they're out there. They're out there. They are out there. And my thing is, Tommy, I'm just happy that I came from extremely humble beginnings, but it tells you, even in America, even in races and classes America, that if you put in, you can get what you need to get. It ain't always easy, especially for black men and then black gay men and women. And I don't want to leave out our sisters because our sisters go through a lot too. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it is
Especially like they
possible
child.
to live the American dream. It's possible. It's possible.
I want
Hold on,
to.
y'all.
Okay. I
Hold
know
on for a
one
minute,
thing I
Tommy. I'm
listen to
coming back
you and
on. But
right.
it's
On
very
mute.
possible. Yeah, it's very possible. So again, Tommy, I appreciate, the I appreciate what you're saying and the word that means a lot because again, that's what we should be on here. Yeah, I can roast and gag, but I don't want nobody to go to jail. I don't want nobody to have a tough time. But I'm to the point now where if you don't want to listen, that's your issue. But I'm still gonna talk.
And then I feel so like out of the limo because I was like you, Jay Wilson. I don't know if that's your story, but I wasn't young gay. So it's just like I'm a baby being gay because I was 28 years old and I decided I went years for having sex. I hate girls. Most of my girls was plus size girls. I've had skinny girls. I've always had that trust issue problem. I always said that for some reason.
But this is
I
the
never
thing,
really trusted
Tommy.
nobody.
Even though I dealt with women, I still like men.
I,
Always knew that.
well, I might have
But
liked the
again,
nigga, but
I
I
live
never
in a
slept with
society
him.
where you didn't do that. You had to
I
make a
never,
choice.
yeah. And my daddy one line, he said, Junior, you doing that because you ain't getting girls fast enough. And that was the truth, Jay Wilson. And I had the first time I had interact with a guy, Lord have mercy, he knew that I wasn't in the community. He just turned me out. You hear me?
Mm.
Things that I did not, I was a late bloomer, Jay Wilson. I was missionary Baptist. You hear me? I was truly for real Christian like you. And I see a lot of, I'm a baby Jay Wilson. I just
Well,
nut
you
up
should be a
real
real
quick.
Christian now. I mean, you just need to get back where you are. But again, that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. So your sexuality shouldn't determine that. But let me tell you something, Tommy. And this is what I have to tell a lot of people.
Baby,
Don't
they talk about me
heterosexual
bad up
people
in
who
these
love the
churches.
G. But
They
hold
been
on.
talking about
Don't
me bad in these
heterosexual
churches.
people. But my thing is this: don't heterosexual people who love Jesus have children out of wedlock?
Yes,
Okay, then.
all the
So,
time.
but they still Christian, right? But nobody says anything about that, right? And let me say this:
Yeah,
sin is sin to me. So I don't want anybody to think that I am saying that fornication ain't sin in the Christian
yeah, yeah.
community.
But it's
But
just that
you're not
stigma of
gonna put it
being
on one
gay.
person. And
It's just the
go
stigma
ahead.
of being gay. I don't mean to cut you off. It's just us being gay is what it is. Us being black gay. Me and my dad told me. He said women gonna get it easier being gay than a man. Man gonna get it hard being gay, but a woman ain't.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're right. Because that's how people are taught. But see,
Yeah,
again, I don't let people I don't let people's social constructs limit me. That's your social construct. That ain't
but
mine.
Jay Wilson,
So
I just feel like my dad was a preacher, and I didn't want to be being gay living in his house rent free. So I moved out on my own. That's why I moved out. I said I wanted to live my life because I lived there 9 years. I never was in a relationship. I kept myself reserved. And I feel like my daddy going into the ministry, I just didn't want to do those kind of things up under his roof. You think I was wrong for doing that? Because
well,
that
I
was his
don't
house
well
now.
don't well hold on no. Don't men let their sons have sex with women and they ain't
Yeah.
married and they say don't sow your oats. Don't they do
So
that?
you roll
So
off. I
yeah.
might get
So don't
yours.
they do that? See
Yeah, but
again,
I just felt like I had to get out of there.
you all allow one group to do one thing and then the other group is restricted. My thing is if you're gonna restrict one group, then restrict all. Don't act
And that's
like
what I
one
thought.
group is better than the other thing. I don't get that.
Right.
Your, your son can be a whore, but your daughter gotta be a virgin. But your son can go out and do any and everything.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, see what I'm saying? So my thing is stop having those social constructs like that. And that's what these people do. And I know a lot of people get mad at me and oh you can't be a Christian doing this and you just live any
That's
kind
the
of way.
reason why I
No, I
quit
just don't
going to
let
church,
people
Jay
control me.
Wilson. I'm a
Huh?
Christian for real. I quit going to church because of that, because I knew they're gonna be judging me and all that bull crap. That's why I quit going. Now if
It
I
don't
had a
even
talent
bother
to
me.
make
Half
some
these
money,
folks
there
don't
you
know
go.
scripture in context. Tommy, they don't know scripture in context.
Somebody
They ain't
told me
reading.
I was abomination before God. That stuck with
Uh-huh.
me.
Okay.
I said, Lord
But
have mercy. I said, well, we all abomination, and we everybody sin, and ain't nobody he that had no sin cast the first stone, but all of us sinning in some kind of way. You might not be gay, but you're doing some sinning. So, but I'm new. That's the reason why I watch you and tune into your channel because I'm new. I'm still trying to figure this thing called this gay life out on it. This can be something. I didn't know you can really find true love being gay. I didn't know that. I just thought it was just a sex thing, hookup thing. Well, 85% probably, but I just always felt that way. There's certain things I just can't do with no end and everybody. Jaden got off here. But yeah, I hope each and every one of y'all having a good day. I'm enjoying myself over here. I had to come on here to link. I got a channel, but you have to find me on your own. But don't come on here trying to troll me, be messy, because it's new beginnings. You know, I'll be in the cut watching people, but I'm not desperate for the, get on the internet and talk about it. Come in it. Trust me, I'm not. And my dog is fine over here. Yeah, Jazz, Fresh Prince. I think I'm gonna change my channel name to Fresh Prince and Jazz. Fresh Prince, Jazz, and the Chosen One. I don't know. It ain't keeping up with Tommy because I don't want you keeping up with me. Because you used to give good commentary and people so jealous. Well, I ain't gonna say this. People was hating. I just drinking that haterade. Now they ain't got nothing. Because I know I'm one of the names that most definitely pays. And I know how to entertain. I'm an old Gemini that make hasty decisions, honey. You know what I mean? Hasty. I hate them like that, but I just say it's the man in me. Yeah. Where you at, Hershey? Hershey be knowing all the tea. Where you at, Catherine? I saw you. I said, Lord, good God Almighty. Look at my Kathy. I see why you just want to. I see why you like do a lot of YouTube reporting, honey. Yeah, I like you, Catherine. Catherine, and then I stormed down, did me like a dog, and doxed everybody in my family. Put all my police to put 110, hit me having every breakdown for nothing. All that bullshit he over there talking like you're not even in my state. You know what the fuck you talking about. And you just keep adding my name up. I don't like stomp down. Stay away from me. You gonna see your day. You sit around, you ain't nobody friend. And you the biggest queen on YouTube. We always talk about everybody gay or queen. You the biggest queen on here. I mean, all that acting a fool, spazzing out. When you spaz out like a priest and get to screaming and make it all noise, you turn to a whole
But
body.
why do y'all let that man get to you all like that? Because
Yeah,
again,
but
he's a
that's
character.
what I'm talking
That's
about.
what he
I was
does.
just trying to make you. I was just trying to make you jelly when I see. I like you better, so you told me up that day. You told me.
But no, if you like him better and if he's doing you right, then go on over there. Because Tom,
I
this is the
watch it
thing.
because I
I
don't
don't
like.
own nobody.
I don't hate him, but that nigga did me dirty. I'm like, why you on me like this? Put all my corp records up and everything. I said, oh my God.
Because that's
He
his
was like I
that's
had
his
slept with, like I had bopped his ass. Spit it,
that's
pop it,
his
twist it.
character. That's his character. That's what he does. That's what he lives to do. And as long as he can piss you off and make you mad, and y'all sit there and let him make you mad, then that's what he's gonna do.
And
He loves
I'm
that.
glad you don't
He
go
loves
back and
every
forth with
bit of
him.
that.
Don't go back and forth with him. Don't go back. I'm glad you don't
Mm-mm.
go back and forth with him.
I don't. And don't people tell me you
Mm-mm.
scared of him. Girl, I ain't scared of nobody. I'm like, I live in the same
So
city.
like
People know
you
where to find me. Like I hide.
and what you said, the law is for the lawless. But
That's
the thing
it.
about it is, I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why Brian. To me, Brian is one of the evilest gays on. They think I'm evil, but Brian is evil. Like you said, he's 50. I'm like talking about hairstyles. They ain't have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? He bring my name up. I sniffed everything. Bless you, bless you. He bring my name up every time. Tommy, Tommy. Like he obsessed with me. Saying I want him. I thought he wanted. I never thought the man wanted me. I never thought that. I don't want him. Only he give me some head and get on by his business. Because I don't find broke back mountains. I don't
Well, Tommy,
find them,
he's
brother.
gonna do that. He's gonna do
I'm
that as
picky,
long
Jay.
as
Which
y'all
one I
continue
talk to?
that.
I'm very picky, baby. I went to jail, so you should have knew I was gonna choose the lover. I'm a whole fella. So I'm a picky. I'm a choose the lover. I ain't gonna go out there trying to look for nobody unless you just really make me mad, honey. You push me, you take me there. Oh yeah. But 9 out of 10, it ain't my first thing of doing. Yeah.
I hear you.
I have.
Oh, they got this Ethiopian coffee. Oh, this Ethiopian coffee is so good. Have you ever had this?
Let me see. Oh, I saw. No, I saw, but I give me some. Try it.
This is some good stuff. So I'm
I
picking
still
me
ain't got
some
the
up
love
now.
corn cereal. I got to try the love corn
Oh,
cereal you told me about, and they got
my
Vestel on.
So you got to get it. It's some good stuff. I'm trying to get what I need. I'm in the supermarket, so I don't eat too much, but I got to get me some food. So I'm up here. I got to do what I got to do, Tom, because I got my coffee,
What
I
you
got
said?
my tea, I got my yogurt. Huh?
I'm so glad that I love how you just go, you put your better half, you just go get something to eat and then drop it off or y'all eat together and stuff. I like that. And that's all it be. That's how I am. Jay Wilson, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be 35, but you might well say I'm 55. Because I'm the type of person, I'm looking for companionship. You know what I mean? I've had my dumb days of wanting to be, I've experienced good sex, wildness, you know what I mean? Over the top, so I know what it's about. You know what I mean? So it ain't like, when you're young, you do that kind of stuff. And man, my point in my life, if I can't be with one person, I just be by myself. Because I'm not the type of person that want to be with multiple people.
I understand.
And I like this
I understand.
because you don't bring up none of your personal life and business on there, but I've always been that type of person in real life. I've never been a faker. For I've been working it out. For I've been quick-headed for some reason. I always have. But I made some crazy decisions on this YouTube. What had happened in the past gonna follow me the rest of my life, as long as I'm on YouTube. And I hate that, but I hate that I'm gonna be always known as an aggressor, and you know what I mean. I got things. I'm not a threat to society. Not a threat to society.
Yeah, Tommy, I just think that you just have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was telling both of y'all, leave each other alone, move on. I mean, whether it was you or him, because at the end of the day, I didn't want nobody to get hurt or go to jail.
Yeah. Well, both of them happened, man. So, you know what I mean? And
but all I'm going to say is, don't do anything that
at the end of the day, it was my fault because you know what I mean?
I got you, but look, at the end of the day, don't do anything going forward that's going to affect your life, because people don't care about you like you care about you. So you got to care about yourself enough not in trouble. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, you're right about that, James. And when we gonna do our required thing? Our virtually required. Jay Wilson, do you know this song right here? If there's anybody here looking for a blessing, strength for the journey, peace for the trouble on mind, there is one. His name is Jesus. He's passing out blessings.
I don't know.
You don't know that song?
I don't know that one.
That's a devotion song. I know you know that Baptist song. Is there anybody? I can't say I'm not a singer. But it goes, is there anybody here looking for a blessing, strength for the journey, peace for this old trouble mind? There is one, his name is Jesus. Stand for our blessings everywhere. You never heard this song?
You got me.
I thought everybody knows this song. That was a devotion song when I was a little boy. I was raised on this song. First time I caught the Holy Ghost when I heard this song. You know, that inner man in you, it's another spirit in you. You know what I mean? When they get happy. Everybody gonna catch the Holy Ghost, Jay Wilson. You know that?
Well, I understand what you're saying. Well, look. Hold on for a minute. I'm coming out of HEB now. So what were you saying, though? You said everybody don't get the what?
I don't believe everybody's going to be able to experience catching the Holy Ghost.
Well, what is that?
To me, the Holy Ghost is when you feel good like another spirit in you. Like, it's just like the Holy Ghost is like this, like we got glorified bodies. The Holy Ghost mean that spirit that lives, move, but in him that I live, move, and being well-being. That's what the Holy Ghost is. That make us want to do right. You know, when you feeling good, happy, you get emotional, and you just thank God. And you go back and think about the things you done did, and He brought you through, and you still making it. You thought you weren't gonna make it, but you still made it. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like the Holy Ghost is. You know, when you get happy.
Okay, well, it's really interesting because I've heard so many versions of what the Holy Ghost is from a Pentecostal church, meaning if you don't speak in tongues, you don't have the Holy Ghost. I've heard all of that, but I do think that
I can't speak in
when
tongues.
well, see, because now, Tommy, isn't that something?
My sister
Because
can.
some people will feel that you don't have the Holy Ghost if you can't do that. Now, I don't agree with that, but some people feel
I can
like if
say
you
stuff,
don't
but
speak,
ain't. I can
but
say
this is the
spit
thing,
out some
though.
stuff, but they don't mean I can speak in tongues. I can't
But
speak in tongues. I ain't gonna lie.
that's not the evidence of it, though. See, and that's the whole thing, because people saw something in the scripture and they done went with it and they done built whole denominations on it. But people who receive Jesus Christ in their life and know that they have made a difference, or they are changed in certain ways where they used to do this, they probably don't do it anymore,
Yeah.
or even learning something about Christ and getting excited about it, that could be that as well. But again, what is that definition? I think
I,
when the Spirit tells you don't do that, that ain't gonna end up right, and you listen
right.
to it, and you say, you know what, I'm glad the Holy Spirit spoke to me. I mean, a
Well,
lot of people can say
everybody say
that.
this. That back in the day, they used to say I should have started to follow my first man. Remember, they used to say that back in the day. The first
Yeah,
man is the Holy Ghost.
yeah. I think that people have so many definitions of what that is,
Mm-hmm.
but again, we don't look into it. But see, like I said, if you went to a Church of God in Christ or a Pentecostal Assembly of the World or any Pentecostal church, if you don't speak in tongue, they don't believe you have the evidence of the Holy Spirit. They believe that the speaking in tongue and the evidence of it is the Holy Spirit. And I used to believe that because again, I wasn't reading for myself, and what I was reading, it was what people was telling me to read. It's there, so it got to be right because it's in the Bible. But then when you start really looking deep into it, it's like, oh, there's some nuances to this. This is some stuff here. So and I believe in the Holy Spirit. I do,
Yeah, I do
but
believe it. I ain't gonna lie, I
it's just
believe in
so
it.
funny that you said that some people don't, but then you ain't Pentecostal. So some people in them circles don't believe unless you speak in tongues, you don't have it. And I done seen people speak in tongues but cuss you out. And girl,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, is that the Holy Spirit? Because baby,
My sister, my sister, she can speak in tongues. She know the Bible front from back. She's a registered nurse. She's an
uh-huh.
evangelist, and she can speak in tongues. Now she can speak in tongues. I can't speak in tongues. And then when you speak in tongues, don't you supposed to have an interpreter?
Well, I believe that there's a personal tongue, and then I believe that there is a tongue that's for the benefit of everybody. And let me explain that tongue thing, which is so funny. And I just think it's very simple, but people make it very, very, very complex. So Corinthians is where a lot of people live, and Corinthians was almost like New York, people of different ethnic backgrounds, different origins. And so my thing is, if you're speaking in tongue in your language, it may benefit you, but it's not benefiting the whole group. So case in point, we were in a service where we were with our Spanish brothers and sisters, and this man was preaching, and I knew he was preaching good, but I didn't understand it until the interpreter came. And once the interpreter came, not only could the Spanish people enjoy it, but then all of the English people, speaking people, could enjoy it as well. So now, what you do in your personal closet is for you. But when you're starting speaking in tongue, everybody should be edified. And if you're the only one speaking in tongue, and and you're the only one who know the language, then you're the only one being edified. Everybody's not being edified. So I think that the speaking in tongue needs an interpreter when everybody should be edified. And yes, there should be an interpreter. But there are some times when that may not be necessary because the Bible says that there are some utterings and groanings that, only God understands. And I
But I'm gonna
believe that
tell
that's
you,
another point.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna disagree with you on. I'm gonna disagree with you on. I
Okay.
don't know if you said this or not, but I believe women can preach. I believe because it will say Job 2 and 28, in my last days I will pour out my anointing on my sons and daughters, and they shall prophesy. You know what I
No,
mean?
I never said that women couldn't. That didn't
Yeah.
come from me because
Well,
I went
that's
to a
talking about
church that
CJ.
impacted me. She was a female pastor and impacted me so much that she encouraged me to go get my terminal degree. She's the
Baby,
one who encouraged me to go to seminary.
don't they? Don't win because if you take the women out of church, you ain't got no church. That's who go to church is the women. It ain't the
Yeah.
men. You gonna have more women than men here all the time. That's how well at my church. That's how it was. Man, I'm from a little small town, and I Googled the population. We used to have like almost 5,000 people, and they went all the way down to 1,400. I said, Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But this is the thing, Tommy. Again, when you don't read, or when you read a scripture to satisfy yourself and not in context, then it's so funny because the people who are accusing me of wanting to twist the scriptures to what I want it to be, it's because I don't believe like they believe. But my thing and my argument is look at the scripture in context.
Like you believe. But I was scared to believe that way because my family is very religious. You know what I mean?
So
They
is
are
mine.
religious.
So
That's
is
the reason
mine.
why I cook. Why you think I know how to cook and can get I got independency. Most time religious people's gonna be in independency because they're gonna be taught a certain way. You gotta cook for Easter something, we're going to sunrise service, we're going to the watch meeting, and we're gonna bring the new preacher, bring the new until you get old enough, you start to get smelly yourself as a young old folk thing. You go to drinking and smoking and shooting. Church leave you. I was raised in that church. You hear me? And people say all the time, I'm disappointed how you came out because how I was in church. You never
Well,
really know
I
a person's real
was
story
taught
till
that
they
don't
can.
follow strange doctrine and all of this stuff. But again, strange doctrine to who? And what is that? Because a lot of this is don't question leadership, follow them blindly. And that's not right. That's not safe. And so my thing is I'm going to look at the word in context. And what I mean by context is I don't have no denomination attached to it. I'm going to look at the word, the history, and I'm going to see what it really means and its context and how, and that's it. And again, you can believe like you want to believe, but my thing is a lot of these people just take folks' word for it and they read it with their mindset or their worldview, and it's not always that. And when you really look at the word, you really got to take out your bias as much as you can. We all have biases, but you got to take out your biases as much as you can and be open to receive. And I believe that a lot of people are scared to do that because it may go against what they really believe. And trust me, people are scared of being rejected by congregation and stuff. And when I tell some people what I believe, they like, but again, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not afraid of it because I'm not afraid of it. Let me tell you something. God is God, and God is big enough and bad enough to defend God.
But you have I ain't gonna lie. Since this, and because I know things go on, you and I want to call no other content creator name. When you open my eyes up even wider when it's Christianity, like Tommy, you got to pull back from religion, just live life. Because how you explain, you know what I mean? Because I always was taught, me being gay, I was called abomination before God. You know what I mean? And when people tell you that they really try to kill it, they try to crush your soul, being nasty. And I don't feel like I'm lukewarm, and I don't feel like I got a reprobate mind. I just feel like I'm just taking my free will a little bit, pushing a little bit too far. You know what I mean?
But let me say this.
Got a constant
How
and
many
hard
Christian people have prayed and said, hey, God, I want you to take this away, and then it still stayed. So it's either God don't have no issue or God ain't all powerful. And I'm the one to believe that God really don't have no issue at the end of the day. Because my thing is, if God wanted you to be delivered, you would have been delivered. And if God didn't want no gay people, guess what? It wouldn't have been none anyhow. It's been gay people since time. Period.
It's been all the time. They just said no. Back in the
And
day,
then why are most of these pastors gay and a lot of these popular evangelists lesbians? See, nobody answers those questions. Why?
But
Not
you believe that
all, but
about
a great
Shirley?
deal of musicians gay. I mean, why? Why? No one asked those questions. And I mean, this is the bottom line. Long as you don't come out and say nothing, we'll talk about you. Long as you don't come out and say nothing, no, we good. But when you say something, and if you declare who you are, then that's when we got a problem. See, and church folk can be hypocritical. Long as you do what I say and you're under the rule of my oppression, we know you gay. But long as you don't call it out, we good. But as soon as you call it out, okay, we got a problem. And see, that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. I know a deacon was cheating on his wife and he was still a deacon. And I'm like, how can that be?
But let me tell you something, Jay Wilson. I know a preacher. He was married to his wife 40 years and he cheated the whole time on her. She knew he was cheating, but she stayed with him anyway. She knew he was cheating. Cheating on her. He cheated on her the whole time.
And did the people stay at the church?
No, they left. Listen, he had been cheating on her all the time. Let me tell you a story. He had turned 50 years old. So she ended up throwing him a 50th birthday party and bought him a $10,000 four-wheeler. So his birthday was in December. They following Easter the next year. He had a wreck with his mistress, broke both his ankles, pierced his kidney, and the mistress broke her pelvis bone. And then the church, they asked him to step down to physically heal for 1 year, mentally and physically heal, and they're gonna bring somebody else in, and he refused to do it. And they all of them walked out, and now he ain't got nobody. No, his wife and died and everything.
Wow. But yet they stayed with him though, because they knew he was cheating too. And then when he didn't want to do that then they left.
But you know what? This some powerful shit. That's what her son said. Mama, if you know you ain't gonna leave him, let him cheat in peace. Let him cheat in peace.
That's
you ain't gonna leave him.
Not cheat in peace, Jesus.
Let him cheat in peace. That's that. Ain't that something to say? He broke up the church. You hear me? He had already been cheating with rumors all the time. He got that young girl, that girl was young, man, like she was pregnant by him and everything. He did his wife like a dog about that girl.
Ain't that something? But look, but the church knew that before they even asked him to step down. They knew he wasn't shit when he was there.
So wasn't
but yeah, two adult people who happen to be gay, both of them got jobs and responsible. They will give them folk hell, but yet they will sit there and let a preacher cheat on his wife. Child, and I'm not saying that that's right, but my thing is, again, I just find it to be I find it biased. Let me tell you something now. It's this guy named Lucas. His last name is Lucas, and he's a volleyball player for Cal State Northridge, I believe. And when I tell you he is just as zesty, but when I tell you he is the best volleyball player on that team, and baby, he hit them spikes, and baby, he will flick his imaginary hair, and the referees can't stand him. And the men, because sports is hypersexual, but baby, when that queen spiked that ball and she flicked her imaginary hair, it just sends them crazy. And guess what? The best volleyball player on the team. His last name is Lucas. Y'all need to look him up.
But did you hear about that mass shooting, Jay Wilson? I don't mean to cut you off. Down in Louisiana. It's Louisiana, but we call it Louisiana.
Yeah, I heard about it.
I just woke up and I didn't watch the article because I ain't gonna lie, stuff like that, day ID and stuff like that. I feel like
what happened?
I can't watch that kind of stuff.
But what happened though? What happened?
I don't watch that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna watch the news to see what happened.
So I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. It's always something, ain't it?
Yeah, I haven't seen what happened though.
I'm a homebody. Jay Wilson, I'm so pissed off since they put that shit on my name. I can't even do the ass. Jay Wilson, ain't this something?
Wow, Tommy. Well, when will you be able to do something else? When will you know?
I've been filling the application. I don't know what kind. I'm about to get a warehouse job. or something. I'm about to probably have to go to work full time or start my own business because I can't keep sitting around here. I got to go make my money. I don't like, you know what I mean? I didn't move here to be lazy and stuff. I moved up here to make money and shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
maybe you
like,
need to find a second chance job that will hire somebody with your situation. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't,
there are some jobs out there
I'm
that
just gonna
will,
go to a temp agency and see.
huh?
Because the job they want me, the jobs that I supposed to work, they don't. I can work the job, but I can't work with on disability. Cause I've been made too much damn. Well, I might not make too much money. Like I can't work certain jobs. The reason why I came because mine is a violent. Is this? I said, damn, yeah, like I killed the motherfucker. I hate because I said this time I said, goodness gracious, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I didn't know there was a type that I was going to give. I didn't know it, which I knew I was looking it up. But I couldn't believe I couldn't do this.
But
Baby, as
Tommy,
long as
let
I
me say
did, I
this.
make
Let me
the
say
money.
this to you though. This is the reason why you can't go back. I don't care how much you love somebody. This is the reason you can't go back because this is too much damage. This is too much damage. And even though people saying that I love you and da da da, but when somebody will provoke you to that point where you will get out your car and knock them upside their head, then you don't need to be with them. You don't need to be with anybody who's going to bring you down. Look, has that relationship brought you more help or more harm? And you really got to be able to judge that. And by the looks of it, Tommy, I'm sure y'all had some good times, but at the end, it didn't benefit you. And
Yeah,
now
I
your
know,
life
but I
may
should have
be
never put my hand on the damn boy. I should have never put my hand on him.
well. But my thing is
That's,
this though:
at the end of the day, I can't
you
fault
shouldn't
myself
even
for
be
that because he
around it
lied
now.
on me.
But look,
Uh-huh.
you shouldn't even be around it now. It should be to the
Right.
point where you don't even want to deal with it because, again, you know that that is not a healthy relationship. That's not something that you should be pursuing or be in because
Right.
the end result wasn't fruitful for you. It
No, it didn't.
diminished. It subtracted. It divided. It didn't multiply. It didn't add something to your life. And so my thing is now, Tommy, you'll have limited choices. You still got some choices, but you're gonna have to be
Yeah.
very creative now. And at the end of the day,
Right.
what does he have? Nothing. Nothing. He can still go get a job. He can still do X, Y, Z. And that's what I'm saying, Tommy. So my thing is, you don't need to be in a situation. And when people telling me, "Oh, Tommy with that man again," I just shake my head. I say, "Well, I don't know if it's true or not because Tommy, you know, people will lie. People will lie."
Mm-hmm.
But when I hear that, my prayer is, I hope that's not the case because that's not going to end well. And you can't go back to somebody who did all of that. And I mean, or if somebody will provoke you or piss you off to the point where you want to put your hands on them, then you don't need to be with them. So my thing is, Tommy, don't even entertain that thought. Don't even entertain it because I think it's a dangerous notion. And now you done spent 47 months. You got 47 months because of something that could have been avoided. So don't do it. Don't do it. And you learn from this mistake. Don't go back to this one. Learn from this one. You hear me?
I don't think I ever be in another relationship because I ain't gonna never trust nobody.
Well, I'm not saying that you should be in another
I
relationship because
tried it
there are some
once.
people who are
I did it
trustworthy.
once. I've did it once. I might
But
date
Tommy, just
somebody.
because you got something that was not right, that doesn't mean everybody is like that. I think that you need to use more caution. I think you need to tell the person, "Hey, I have gone through a really, really bad breakup
I
and I
have
have
done
trust
it.
issues."
I've done that before.
Okay. Because I don't think you should stop your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should stop your life, but I think you should be a
I
little
ain't
bit
stopped
more
my life. I'm
cautious.
just gonna have fun for the rest of my life. That's
Okay.
what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm not looking. What I mean by that, I ain't looking for love. People might think
Okay.
I'm looking for love, but I ain't looking for love.
Well, you might find it.
I hopefully I will. And do you
You,
believe in same sex marriage or no?
I
Tell me the
do.
truth.
I do.
I believe in it
I
too,
do,
but
because my thing
I
is this. Let me say that it don't have nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with my rights. If I want to leave property to this person, again, people who are married get more in income tax. They get a whole lot because it's a lot. And as a U.S. citizen, I deserve that. And it's not. It don't have shit to do with religion. It has everything to do with my role as a citizen, and I deserve equal rights as a U.S. citizen.
yeah.
See, people always want to put religion in it. Okay, you can get married without the
My
church, but you
sister
can't
been
get married
married.
without the state.
My sister been married by 11 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she been married
And
to.
she
She
still
been married to. She been no. She married to her wife. They've been
okay,
married almost 11 years.
okay. And your sister and your wife, they get benefits and they're
Oh
happy.
yeah, she was in the Air Force. Yeah.
Okay, and they're happy and they deserve their happiness, and no one should come between
Yeah.
their happiness, and their happiness ain't bothering nobody else.
Oh, Sean, ain't cause they keep they cheating. One thing about it, my sister, we got a beautiful soul, beautiful woman. She's been really good to me in my life. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she did 4 years in the Air Force. She got her own business in medical billing and code, and she contract hospitals. She live in
Okay,
Las Vegas, Nevada. She been out there for
okay.
about 25 years. She left home and never came back. The girls never come back home. When they left and my sister left, they went and got degrees and stuff. You know what I mean? My girls are good. So I don't have to
Well,
worry
the
about
boys
none
should
of
be
that. You know
good
what I mean?
too. Don't let them show y'all
Yeah.
up. Y'all should be doing the same thing as well.
You're right. You
I
sure ain't
mean,
lying, 'cause
let me say this. My thing is, my sisters did some awesome things, and I admire them. I had a sister who worked for a company for 45 years and admired her. And let me tell you something, got a beautiful home, and doing extremely well. And I'm glad for her, and she's glad for me. And we love on each other because that's my sister, right? So my
right.
thing is, you should be happy when your siblings are doing well. But my thing is, you should use what they do as a catalyst so you can do better. And it's not because you compete with them, but you want to do well, and they should be, um, a catalyst for that. And my sister, and she did well. And let me say this: she helped me to get through school and stuff like that. I mean, let me tell you something. My
Good.
oldest sister is my heart, and we don't
I know
always see
that's
eye to
right.
eye. But you ain't gonna touch my sister because let
Me
me tell you
either.
something. At the end of the day, family got your back. I mean, I can't speak for
Totally.
everybody, family, but my
Mine
family.
just like yours.
Let me tell you something. You let something happen to me. First of all, my partner gonna make sure I'm okay. But baby, my sisters
Yeah,
would be here on a hot plane just as quick.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. And so when I hear about these people talking, I just laugh because I'm like, I would never be homeless. As long as I got family, I
Me
will never
either.
be homeless.
I ain't never gonna be homeless either. As long as I got a mom and a dad, I ain't gonna lie. I just don't want to mess with their money. I ain't gonna lie. I could be trying to be like them younger kids, try to give me a full apartment, be like the Joneses, and they would help me. I don't want to do that. I just do my own thing. I don't bother them. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to their money.
Mademoiselle said, "Do you think with couples counseling therapy, the relationship can be repaired?" No. No, because it's
Mm,
gone too far. It's gone too far. And when somebody has a criminal record because of that, that ain't healthy. And my thing is the other partner will resent that. They will resent it because again, and let me say this, and people forgive, but they don't forget. And that stuff don't go away. People always try I let the Lord have it until something come up and you get pissed and you bring it back up again. So I just think that in Tommy's case, no, I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy. I mean, because again, he has to move on, and I don't think that it's just too far gone. And now the law is involved in it, so I wouldn't even want Tommy to risk that. I wouldn't even want him to risk that. God ain't testing us with foolishness like that. No, hell no. So my thing is Tommy needs counseling for his next relationship so he can be open and see the red flags and know how to deal with stuff. But, Yeah, and I think Tommy shouldn't be afraid of love. I just think that he should be wiser and be upfront. And if there's something he sees that he doesn't like, hey, when you do this to me, I don't like this, or when you do this, it makes me feel like this. And they need to really communicate. The sad part about it, that's hard with some of our black men. Not all, but a lot of us have not had a lot of communication. We don't know how to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we don't have that. So some people are not open and honest because they never had it in their life. And you can't expect people to give you something that they don't have. Tommy, how you feel about that?
The same way what you said.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. This ain't beating up Tommy, but let me tell you something. I would never want Tommy to put himself in a position that he may go to jail because one night somebody think they cute and then they do something and then it triggers the man and then the man wind up whooping your ass again and go to jail. Because see, like I said, when you want quick term fulfillment, you don't give a damn, and then you'll think about it later. You don't even need to put yourself in that predicament. You hear me? If I got to do all of that, then we don't belong together. Let me tell you something. We don't belong together. So, and I'm not saying that relationships are perfect. No, that relationships are not perfect. Nothing is perfect. But, if y'all can't breathe and walk away and then come back and talk about it before the night, or then you might want to look into that. And I'm just being real, you all. Look, life is too short to be living miserable. I would rather be by myself, happy, than be with somebody and miserable.
Ain't miserable. What the thing about it is, I'm saying it, but I put my hands on that person, so I can't just, I can't just put it all on him. That's all I can say. I can't. I really fought myself more because I should have knew better. You know what I mean? But I didn't lie. Did I lie?
No, you did what you had to do. But my thing is, I'm telling you,
I didn't want my family to give me no lawyer, none of that bullshit, because I knew I had did wrong, Jay Wilson. See what I'm saying? I knew I did wrong. So I did what I need to do. I did what I need to do. So I'm glad I ain't in jail. So it is what it is. I can make an ace all of it.
While you on your probation, and I think you're going to get off of good behavior because I think the lesson has been learned. But Tommy, you should let moss grow under your feet. You should be reaching out to some not-for-profit agencies and say, hey, I'm a felon. This is what happened, but I do want to work. And again, there are agencies who they get paid just to help you. Right. The government helps them to help people in your situation. And I'm talking about good jobs. I'm talking about your Amazons and warehouses and stuff. Y'all people don't understand that meatpacking plants and warehouses and stuff, they will pay $21 to $22. Hell,
I don't think they got one here. I wouldn't mind working in Tyson. I swear to God, I wouldn't mind.
Well, you got Tyson, you got Buc-ee's, you got Walmart distribution centers. You got a lot of places,
but work for Walmart though.
But look, you got to let the people find it. They're gonna ask you what happened, and you're honest with them, and you go on from there. But Tommy, you got to start somewhere, and you can't wait till it's almost end of your probation that you start looking, because it's too late then.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I can't. This check is enough for me. My disability is enough for me. I can pay my bills that I get from month to month, but it is a stretch. So I have to work. I need them. It's like I'm missing the income. I'm missing the check. So that's all.
Well, see what the highway people do. See what the road construction crews pay. See what's going on there. I mean, there are a lot of places we don't even think about.
But there's state jobs here in Arkansas. I think you might know more than me about it. I would think they would be state. So if it's state or government, I can't do none of that stuff.
Well, it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is, Tommy. You look, go to the professionals. Let people find out what it is. Go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
I just downloaded it. That
let me tell you something, Tommy. I can understand why ChatGPT gonna take people's jobs because again, there are a lot of things that are there that can help you out. And when you get your job, you guard your job like you guard your social security number. Don't you let nobody know where you at because you know how these people are.
Jay Wilson, now you can't say one thing about me. I will. At least I will go to work.
No, we saw you work. I was happy when you was working.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, for real, Jay Wilson. And that was an easy job, man. I ain't had to do work for 4 hours after 4 hours a day. I go in at 4 o'clock. I get off at 8. Sometimes I ain't had to do no vacuum, empty the trash. I ain't have to dust mop. That's all I had to do. You know, but you know, I work in the elementary. It was really bad at that, but I enjoy doing it. One thing about it, baby, if I got to go and work at McDonald's, I'm going in as a shift man. So damn sure ain't going in there so crew. I learned that. I said, since you got this on your name, you're gonna have to go into the management. You got to go into leadership. Don't you know what I mean? Don't let the interest. Remember how you told him? Remember you told him about interest? I get the same job you got. I watch how you read him. I will fall laughing.
So Tommy, check this out. Construction, asphalt road crews, demolition and repair work. They usually pay $18 to $30 higher once you get in. Recycling, salvage equipment, warehouse, material handler, picker, packer, forklift operator.
But I did hear you say that Texas will hire failing quick. I did hear you say that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, retail and customer service.
I'm scared to live in Texas. Texas so expensive. Wait, Arkansas, you can get you a stainless steel stove, filter.
Tommy, you know you can do CDL. You can do a CDL job. I mean, Tommy, there are jobs out there. Go on ChatGPT and look up second chance jobs, Little Rock, Arkansas, and they're gonna tell you where you can go.
Thank you, man, because I ain't know what I need to do. Thank you, man, because I ain't know. Because I've been, every time I try to fill out application, I get denied because that's on my record. I said, you know,
Tommy, also too, let me say this too. Go to your attempt to hire places. Go to your staffing companies. Go to your attempt to hire staffing companies.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to ask you too, because I was going to the one on the north side. But I mean, I'm gonna go. Appreciate you, Jay Wilson.
Go to your temp to hire companies and let them know, hey,
I was doing that temp AC. Remember, I was at the house. I told you we had to break all the ceramic tile off the floors for them. Remember that big old light house? Everybody thought you should be recording their house. But I was in temp AC then.
Yep, do that, Tommy. Hold on for a minute. We got a guest. What's up, Rebel?
Hey, Jay. Hey, Tommy.
Hey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I love this conversation that y'all are having. And you just hitting the hammer right on the nail.
Okay. Thank you, Rebel. Let me say this. We can roast and gag and we can do all of this, but at the end of the day, Tommy has taken accountability for his action. You can't beat a man for taking accountability, but now he's in a situation. I'm telling him, don't get back in that relationship. I don't care how much you love him. It's not worth your life. It's not worth your freedom. It's not. And then, Tommy has to realize that, okay, so, hey, life has hit you with some challenges. How are you going to overcome those challenges? You still live. As long as you got breath in your body, there's a chance. So Tommy needs to know that ChatGPT will help him out. Those temp to hire companies will hire a second chance. I mean, and again, they still will pay well. But this is Tommy thing. You got to balance, what's going to be important. And I'm never telling anybody to get off their disability. I'm not doing that because, again, but I am going to say that most of those companies, they will kick you some hours. They will kick you some time. So you just got to find out which one is going to work best for you. But if you're a good worker, they're going to work you.
But I ain't gonna lie, I've been thinking about that though. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. My friend I'm sorry, hold on. I'm placing the order. Hold on.
But I've been strongly really thinking about getting out of disability. And then my thing is, now where I live in my apartment complex, they keep trying to find out where I live in. My apartment complex, I already told them the situation. They said, well, Tommy, you're already here. You're not going to get put out. The only way you get put out if you was a sex offender or something like that. You're already in the system. So the only thing when they do get certification, they worry about my jobs or income and all of
Let me
that.
tell
You know
you
what I'm
something,
saying?
Tommy. I'm gonna say this: if you don't try to prove yourself to people, and if you keep your business, you ain't gonna have no problem. It's when
Remember
you
my daddy?
trying
You just like my daddy. When I told my dad, I gave my dad say, "Your business is your business." He told me that. I swear to God, you talk just like my daddy. And when you put that hat on your head, you just like my daddy. They can tell them kiss our butt about fat apple because I don't want to
Okay,
cuss
I'm
because I
sorry, I'm
want
back.
permission.
What's up, Rebel?
But
No, I wanted to add a friend of mine she was starting a business. Um, she was trying to, this was like a year ago, about getting inmates, people that have had backgrounds, felonies. She started a company to get them back into the workforce. And you can get back into the workforce, Tommy. Even if you have a felon, you just have to work harder than others, but you can do it.
Yep.
okay, I appreciate you for telling me that because I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to find some, and then in certain apartments with a felon, you can't get certain apartments. I got to find me by my own house, just save my money up. I can't do I can't do no habits, so I ain't got no choice but save my money up. But whatever money I do have, I've been trying to fix my apartment up. I had funds and stuff, but I gave it to my family, my cousin. I want to do a new start,
And Tommy,
but I'm
hang
good
around
though.
people who really want the best for you. Let me say this: there are no friends on YouTube. If you do have friends on YouTube, you should keep that to yourself. But my
Right.
thing
Oh
is
yeah,
this: people come into your life for two reasons: to help you or to hurt you. And if they giving you advice to hurt you, then you don't need to take it. When people are calling your job and trying to take income and money out your pocket, leave them folk alone.
Yeah.
Leave them
But
people alone.
man, I'm gonna say this right here. I don't disrespect women. I don't be real with you. I don't want to cuss no woman out disrespecting no women. I'm be real with you, but I have women be out here harassing me, be fatal attraction me. They be showing me more potential than men do. You know what I mean?
But
You know
they
what I mean?
doing
I
that
want
because
them
they
doing
want to
that.
get to you, Tommy. If you always see this as people don't like me or this, you will always be fighting with people. How do you think I
Right.
come on
I don't
to?
want to argue with no women. I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about women because I don't want to go in there. That is why. I'm like,
Well,
I'm where I
Tommy,
want
this
to
is what
be.
I'm gonna say. Use YouTube for what it's worth. I use
Yeah.
this as my AdSense check on the 21st.
But
All
when
of
I
this
was
stuff.
monetized, I ain't make no money. I ain't gonna lie, when
Well,
I monetized,
all I'm gonna
YouTube
say,
got all
though,
my
see, but
money.
my thing is, you gotta have a mindset that I don't know these people, they don't know me, so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. I mean, they really want to know so much about my relationship. Hell no.
thank you.
For what? For what? Rebel, look, Rebel done met my dude.
Yeah, and Mark is really nice. I um, definitely somebody that's cool. Um, but you know what, Tommy? I think like when you meet someone, baby, meet someone that celebrates you. Meet someone that don't ever normalize toxic behavior. That shit is toxic. Don't normalize that. It becomes a cancer. Just love yourself enough to walk away. That's any relationship. You can have
Yeah.
family that's toxic.
I
You have to
did. That's
set
why I moved
boundaries.
away
Set
from them.
boundaries.
I did, man. I swear to God, but I ain't gonna lie, Rebel. I was an older gay. I knew I was gonna be gay. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in junior high, I always watched gay porn, but I knew my dad. I knew my grandfather was a preacher. I come from a religious family. Knew I was gonna be judged. So I waited till I was 28 years old, and then when I turned 30, I lived in my dad's house for 9 years. My dad know, and they say I'm every parent got a special need kid. And I feel like I'm my dad's special need kid. He always been there for me. You know what I mean? I lived in this house
But
and
if
I
your
just
dad
didn't want to do
knows
what
about you now, Tommy, and he loves you, then move on. See, my thing is this: we can go to the past. I mean, I came out of a strict religious setting, but then when I
yeah, I
start looking at
did.
those people's lives, and I'm like, these people are worse off than me.
But
I'm
Jay
like, what the
Wilson,
hell?
but Jay
And my thing
Wilson,
is this: you
Jay
got one like that, and
Wilson.
look, half the folk don't even read and do what they supposed to do. They just listen to somebody else. Go ahead.
But check this here out. What bothers me the most, my father accept my sister, but he won't accept me for me. He can't. Well, my sister, it's okay for her to do it, but it ain't okay for me.
Well, anyway, it's a lot of stuff with that. But
And
my
our
thing
parents are
is,
not always right either.
that's it.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna be real with you. And that's my father. My father been good to me, bro. Spoiled me right. He did more for me than he should have did. You know what I mean? No matter what. They talk about my father had 5 wives, but he never neglected his kids. I was born in Heidelberg, Germany. My mom was his first wife. She was 18 years old and he was 22. He's 4 years older now. And she was married to him 9 years. And he married 4 times behind her. And at the end, he became a preacher, but he never elected. He got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. He never elected us. I feel like my
But you
daddy
know,
gave us the world.
but his walk in life, Tommy, is not your walk in life. And your father's
Yeah.
from a different time period. The acceptance, and our parents may not have been exposed to the world like we have been. You know, if my grandparents grew up in a town of 2,000, how can they tell me about a larger world that they've never
Right.
experienced?
But take this out. He grew up in a town with 500.
Okay. You know, my family's
Listen,
from an
he was
East Texas
small.
town like that.
Yeah, listen, he's small. Arkansas ain't nothing but a bunch of little small rural towns. I'm from a town 3,000. He seen me, met saw my mom in my mom in the club. My mom's in the club, and so he went to basic training. My mom was a Leo. If you know a Leo, honey, a Leo. That reason why my mom 60 pop butt went to jail because a Leo raised me. You know
Tommy,
Leo is, don't you?
I hope that my family would have had something to say. I could tell both of y'all, I wanted someone to have an issue with it so I could chop them up because I saw so much BS in my family. You will never tell me my walk in life. Because I would have told my great-grandmother from great-grandmother down, I am not going to live according to you. I got the hell out of the house when I was 18, had my first apartment, and you don't take care of me. So, and even if you did, I didn't sign a pact with the devil. You can't make me live how you want me to. What if I told you how you should live? You know,
what, Rebel? That's the sad part because a lot of our parents did not live like they want to live because, again, their parents were strict, and it's a cycle. And until somebody says, enough is enough, it'll continue to happen.
But my father had leverage on me because I lived in this house. I just said I moved out of this house. I could still stay. They said you could stay at your house, stay there. I moved out because I knew my father just came in the ministry, and I didn't want to embarrass him in that city and town. Even though the B section, some videos and all that, but I wasn't gonna live in his house homosexually. You know what I mean? I went like 2 years before, not even having sex. I'm not a high nature person.
Let me say this about that B section situation. Let me say this. And I'm being honest, and I want you to listen to me really well. When people tell you to take your relationship off, they're telling you that for a reason. And my thing is this: that relationship was toxic. And whether it was on the B section or not, somebody still was going to get hurt. It just wouldn't get televised. It just got televised on the B sector. But at the end of the day, people are who they are on and off the B sector. Right, and my thing is, if people ain't shit on B sector, then why they gonna be shit off the B sector? And so,
I appreciate you, Rebel.
I see you as a younger person. We almost around the same age, though. Anyway,
how old are you? How old are you?
No, I'm a little older than you, probably by a few months. And about 8 years.
I'm 35. I wish I was 45 though.
No, but Tommy, this is the thing. I was seeing someone recently. Well, this is the second person. One person's into church and he's Kojic. And I said, he was like, he said, "You gonna come to church with me?" I said, "You do know that I am agnostic. I'm a spiritual agnostic. I'm not a Bible person. I went to vacation Bible school as a kid. My
Ooh, I
father went
love
to
it.
school. My father went to school for theology, but my walk was my walk. I don't treat people bad. I volunteer. I feed homeless people. So that's it." But I
Okay.
knew this guy I was dating. I said, "I can't be with you. You go to church like 3 times a week. You want me to be there? I'm not there with you. And I'm not, I've been and got in there and cursed one of them MFs out if they said something about my
Babe, I cussed
sexuality.
somebody out in church before. I knew I was the devil.
Listen, I think whatever you need to use to keep you as a, to make you live, have a better life and to have peace of mind, do it. If it's church, if it's being a Buddhist, Muslim, whatever gets you by, as long as you're not out here being crazy, because a person can pray about something and be the darkest person around and pray about it and they feel better. Every time they do the dark stuff that they do, they pray about it. Does that make you better than me? Because you know you're going to do it again. But I told someone, even in your relationships, Tommy, if a person doesn't be present in a relationship, maybe it's time to check out. Don't be someone's little side piece unless you want to. Life is too short. Life is too short. But okay, y'all, somebody passing by with something that looked like it was from the 1980s. But so I mean, just if you're gonna date someone, complete yourself first. Find who you are. Learn to love yourself before you love anyone else. But Tommy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I said I hate music is why you was talking. I totally understand what you mean.
And I think that your little dog is cute. I was a groomer for a short period of time.
I gotta step away real quick. I'll be right back now.
Okay, you get some apple juice. But Tommy, this guy that I'm dating now, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This guy that I'm dating now, he and I met up just hooking up. We just would hook up and it was cool for that. But I guess I got tired of just hooking up with him. This guy would come to my house and I'm not going into detail. I'm not going to be vulgar, but like he was just insatiable. Just like, damn, dude, it's like 6 times, 7, 8 times in one night. I said, listen, I can't do this with you. And he's 48. I said, I can't do this with you because I got to go to work and you still trying to do something. It's damn 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock. But I told him, I think I'm dating a roach. I told him. But the thing is, I told him, I said, I think that I'm dating a roach right now because you come out when it's dark. Do you want to just hook up because you act like you get jealous? But the thing is, it's like you want to hook up. Do you want to just be a physical thing? And I had to tell myself, I don't want physical right now. I want something more substantial. That gets old quick. Right. You want to grow old with someone. You want to, I'm planning a trip. Me and my friends are going to New Zealand in August. I don't want someone just to be a hookup person. I want to be with someone that can experience that with me. It's not, I was with someone and I saw it becoming physical and it wasn't him. I saw me lashing out. I picked up a bottle of cologne and hurled it at his head and destroyed a mirror. And I was like, can't do this. I grew up around that, Tommy.
Like you gonna play me on my I play you. That reason why I should never put my hand on, because when a person show me who they are, that's the worst thing they ever do to a Gemini. Like,
and you lose power. You give them power when you do that. When you put your hand on them, they know what to do to set you off. And the strange thing is a person get off sometimes. They think that's love. I grew up with people fighting. I said I would never be in a relationship where we have to put our hands on all. You're not going to talk crazy to me. Because even if you call me a B, first off, I'm going to call your mom and your daddy B's, and then I'm going to break up with you. We're not going to be in the toxic. That shit is for the birds. Life is too short.
So it is. But you know what? I ain't no gay in this community because I was 28 years old when I started doing gay activities. But I was 30. I told my father he was the first person I even told I was gay, and it was 2 weeks before coming out. I didn't know that he coming that day. And
Told me I went 10
him,
years. I waited 10 years. I went 10
me
years
too.
without being intimate with anyone.
How
Well,
many
Well, I
years?
mean, I waited
How
till I
many
was
years?
10 years
10
old,
years?
actually.
My
Huh?
God, Jesus.
you know, I appreciate you, man, for giving me the advice. I promise you, don't go unpunished. I'm always remember this. But I ain't never been that type of person. That's the reason why I'm more like that. A person that's really out there, a whore, they don't care what you do. They ain't finna fight you. But a motherfucker that's loyal, they gonna whoop your ass. That's when you gonna know. He look. I hate to say it, they gonna know it's a difference between them hoes.
But you know what, Tommy? But the thing is, love is not someone hurting you physically.
Yeah, right,
Love
right.
is
Or
not that.
mentally either.
Or
Or
mentally, because
mentally.
mental abuse could be just as devastating over the long term.
Yeah.
You become
It's
a bag. I
mentally when you
call that
put
bag
something in
ladies.
somebody's head. When you do something, you gotta be careful how you do people because you ain't gotta do fuck up one time and they can hold it against you the rest of your life. They're like me being gay. I could be like, oh, I'm delivered. I ain't gay. I don't want to suck a peen. I don't want to get off on a man. I'm gonna be real with you. I could be delivered, but them folk always say he was a sissy. That's a sissy. You know what I mean? Just because you might have had gay experiences. Some people have had gay experiences, but my aunt told me this, and I believe it. He said a straight man that lay down with a gay man, he gets up as he ain't gonna say the word what she would say, but he gets up as gay. And a lot of people talking about these people DL and trade. They DL, but they not. It's no such thing as a trade. What is a trade when they get on you and you ain't? You know how it is to trade. But when they come down to straight men sleeping with men, they are gay. They just in the closet with it. They ain't telling nobody. Some
Or they
people get off
conform
on
into
it.
society. They conform
Yeah,
into
you know what I
society
mean.
or trying to
Like
make
if you
family
did
happy.
sexual, if you did sexual acts with this person, clearly he got to be gay or bisexual. And I ain't never want to be used for my body. I don't even use people for their body. That's one thing
Tommy,
I ain't never been.
I have
You
a
know what I'm
family
saying?
member. I have a family member, and
Okay.
this is just recently what happened. Now, this family member, back in the days, it was a friend of mine told me, your so and so me and your so and so be hooking up. And I said, really? Now, this is a really good friend of mine. I ride motorcycles with him now. Now, he said, you don't believe me? Come over to my house. I went over to his house. That family member came over there and they hooked up. I was hiding in the closet. Now, flash forward and they hooked up a few times. I didn't see it because I didn't want to see what they were doing, but I knew he was there. I heard his voice and everything. And now his son is in the community. And why is he he is embarrassed of his son and telling his son, don't be around, don't show that to the family because they ain't gonna be wanting to deal with you. First off, it's a few of us in the family that's gay already and they love us. Because we got some sharp tongues and they don't play and we got our own stuff. We have nothing but my brother and his partner were together for 8 years. My family would go to their house for Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving. We would do it over there because they had a nice place and they loved to host. Now, this family member is making his son feel like crap because he's gay, but you played around numerous times with this friend of mine. So it's like it's in our community. It's a lot of things that these people do that they're not going to tell you or they're going to judge you. They could be someone having children out of wedlock because in the Bible, if you have bastard children could be stoned. How many people here, parents were married when they were born? It's a lot of things. Don't eat shellfish, but you see they eating up all the damn shrimp at the fish fry. So let's not. I think you can use the Bible if you need to be like just calm. Use that to, you know, bring you to a peace of mind. But I don't think personally living by that Bible, by every word, and like letting other people decipher what it is supposed to mean to you, you'll be running around here like a nutcase. No, I'm gonna live my life. I'm not gonna take advantage. I'm not gonna do people wrong, and that's it. I can't live because you want me to be straight. Well, I don't want you to be a hoe, but that didn't work out, right?
Hello,
You're
because I grew up with I grew up with a bunch of hoes. That's why I could catch a hoe. Because I was raised around number hoes, honey. I was raised around women and men. I raised by both of them. They ain't gonna want no woman when they ain't got no money, and the women ain't gonna want no man without no money. They gonna give they go out there do their thing. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been raised around women and men. They get the money. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna do me wrong, but I ain't gonna get no money at you. You know what I mean?
How's the dating scene in Arkansas?
Hey, the dating scene is very fabulous, honey. You know what I mean? I'm so glad that I waited till I was in my late 20s. I'm a born again virgin. You know, I'm a virgin, honey. You know what I mean? When I finally had the first experience that make love, Rev, I went crazy. Ain't that something, Rev? I went Rev,
you got whipped. You got whipped.
Huh?
You was whipped.
Well, I wasn't whipped, honey. I might have whipped. I think I whipped him, honey, because I wasn't the type person that was going out there sleeping around, honey. And I ain't the type person. I don't sleep with people because they got big peen. When I sleep with you, I sleep with you because of your personality. If I feel like we gonna be together, I see a future with you. But if I don't see no future with you, and see, a lot of people think I'm a bottom. And you know, I do.
Well, I think they may think you're a bottom by that what you just said just a couple of seconds ago when you said that about the peeing. That's what makes them think you're a bottom.
Yeah, but I'm not a bottom though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a whole man. Let me tell you something, man. I got my
bottoms
own
are men. Tommy, you do know bottoms are men. They're not. I know some bottoms that'll tear men ass up.
But I'm not a bottom. I'm not a bottom though.
I mean,
let me tell you something. I am a bottom, but I'm a choosy lover to who I let bottom me. Now I have gave ass up before, but I give more dick than I give ass. You know what I mean? Niggas look at me, they see me, they always see I'm attractive. I show them they did the only thing they want to show is show my penis. And it's girthy, but it's long. You know what I mean? I'm not small.
Thank you for that little tidbit. But the thing is,
I mean, I never had a problem getting nobody. You know what I mean? It's just them sticking. You know what I mean? It's easy for me to get somebody. I got the car, I got the house. You know what I mean? I got an apartment.
Regardless of your physical thing, we all get older. And the thing is, you get older. If a person wants to be with you, it has to be more than physical. I was with somebody that was hung like a horse, and I left his behind with a quickness because he was packing, and the queens were going crazy because they talked about how big his piece was and all this. But Negro, you can't hold a job. We can't be together. You can't hold a job and be a productive person. Nope, I'm good. Nope, I can't.
What you said, and that's how I feel right now. But the thing about it is, I don't like men with big penis because I feel like I ain't gonna let anything go on with me. I don't want my mama. I don't want to be going around my mama and my family smelling like poop and you know what I mean. That's one thing. I'm not the type of person that's going to have sex. I'm more of a foreplay person to be real with you. I want to.
So you like a side? We call those sides. So you're a side?
What's a side? I don't know. I'm new to this.
A side is someone that doesn't do any penetration. They just basically do what I did like when I was in the 5th grade.
No, I'm not a side. Depend on the person, depend on the mood. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. We talking man to man. But I'm not easy for to go bottom with nobody. You know what I mean? I will do it if I love you and care about you and I feel like that's what you want. But me just volunteering, just get on there like I want to get my butt. No, I'm getting on to get my penis sucked most time. I love oral. I ain't gonna lie, I love oral. I love oral. I simply tell you, baby. To me, that's the best thing about gay life. It's
I
the
guess
aura. It's
I
the
kind of
aura.
figured that out with you said it. Okay.
Well,
That's how
Tommy,
you
you
know a
can like
man know what
whatever
a
you
man want
want.
to feel like.
Sexuality is on a spectrum. Some people are
Yeah.
verse. Some people are more verse top. With the right person, they may bend over. Somebody is just top. You ain't climbing their back no matter what. I mean, it's a spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Some people are verse bottoms. They
Yeah.
deserve, they want a bottom, but occasionally they may top. Some people are sides. They don't want none of that. They just want to, cuddle and all of that stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
was a side probably in like the 4th or 5th grade, but I hadn't went back down that road again. I
Well,
think that a lot of
I'm just letting y'all know, going to getting y'all into my world, so you be able to understand me better instead of than on that
Well, it
part
just
of
seems like you
violent or
wanted to do
fighting.
some stuff you was repressed, and then you like, because again, some people just like sex. It just,
yeah.
they don't care
Well,
what
I
hole
do.
they get in, long as they get in the hole. I mean, seriously,
I
That
get
is
on
true.
them
I know
deep
people
bones.
like that.
but emotionally they connect with that man, or you know what I'm saying. But I know some lesbians who love some dick, but they want a woman far as relationship and companionship.
But Jay, even look at the thing now with like the FTMs. That's a big thing now.
That's a big, big thing.
That kind of
And
when I was looking at the video.
some of them FTMs be looking like cute men.
Oh, Jay, I was looking at a video, and I know some of y'all can't imagine me looking at adult material like that, but I was looking at this video, and the guy was so cute, baby. When I saw that hairy coochie come out of her pants, I was like, "What the hell? What?" When I saw that, now of course that it kind of ultimately kind of turned me on after I watched it for a little bit, but it just threw me off because I see this chest, this facial hair on the face, and then I see a fat cooter.
And no chest scars. No,
No
some of them
chest
don't even have no
scars.
chest scars or nothing. I mean, really. I mean, deep voice and everything. And yeah,
Baby, I would have been mad if I would have grabbed between them legs and felt nothing but an air pocket. You talking about pissed?
but some men like that. Some men don't want to be. Some men like that. That's all I'm gonna say. Some
I
men
have
like.
a friend of mine that you stayed in Austin loves him a FTM. He be like, oh, I want to meet me another FTM. He's dated one or two. And in the beginning, I thought it was just kind of odd because I'm like, okay, that's basically a stud that's had her breast removed. That's how I looked at it. It's a stud with no breast.
Or a stud who had a flat chest in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, so a lot of people think that T.S. Madison is, but there are some men who look. I mean, there are some FTMs. They will fool you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I know an FTM right now, and they are married. They're in the military, and what's scary about it is that the wife knows, but the wife didn't tell her family.
That's problematic.
The FTM's family knows. At the wedding, that's when they found out that the parents didn't know. But the whole thing is, well, it's not our story to tell. And if the daughter doesn't tell it, then why should we? And
Right.
so that's deep. Oh, and they love that. They love him. But when they find out that he got what their daughter got,
Jay, let me ask you and Tommy to give me y'all own view on this. This is something going on in my family. So this guy that I grew up, me and my family, we all grew up, in the older neighborhood I grew up in. This one guy, he used to walk to school with my cousin, and he's a friend of the family. Now, the girls back in the days, the queens, used to mess around with him because he was closeted. He's DL. Flash forward, I find out now that my second cousin is dating him. Now, a female friend of mine told me, you should say something. I said, no, I'm staying the hell out of it. She said, well, why wouldn't you tell your cousin? This is my second cousin. She and I are not close, but, I see her at family functions. I hug her, we talk, but we don't talk on the phone a lot like that. But I think it would be out of line for me to go back and say something to her when people told me this, I didn't see it for myself. I lean that I kind of feel that he really did everything they told me, but I think it's not my place to go and tell her what people told me unless I seen it, and I don't know what conversations they had with each other.
True.
Do you think I would be? I think I would be stepping. It's not my place to go to her to say anything.
Well, you know, Rebel, most of the time these folk know already, or they have a suspicion, and trust me, somebody already done gave her a hint before you even did it.
And you know, they'll get mad. What'll happen is, I go say something to her. She say, my cousin said this. He said, your cousin lying. Your cousin just probably want to be with me. You know, he could say anything. And I will be the villain then, because y'all can see in this sector how some of these women take abuse from some of these trifling dudes, and they'll stay on those platforms and be treated any kind of way.
Yep.
So why would I go and say something?
And they'll be still together looking at you side.
Jay Wilson, I want y'all to know something. Most time when people are in domestic violence, one of their parents have experienced that, even accepting it or being an abuser on both ends. That's the reason why, and they said, the statistics say 80% of domestic violent people get back together. Ain't that something? I had a close family member, her husband beat her. She was a really sickly woman, and he walked her to her grave. She would not leave him alone. She tried to leave one time, it didn't work. Like we thought, he had put some on her. You know what I mean?
Tommy, hold on, Tommy. Did you not hear me? You didn't give me any input on what I said, and you just gonna cut me off like that.
Let me say this though, because I can see what Tommy is saying. But look, I can see how Tommy's stuff connects. But let me say this, Rebel. You said that this cousin is not that close. Y'all have some run-ins every once in a while.
Her mother is my mom's first cousin. What's my mom's first cousin?
It's a guy.
Rebel, though, this is the thing, though. Just tell your cousin in general. I would use generalities. Look, baby, this is Houston. There's a lot of things going on in Houston.
Rebel, you in Houston?
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
Well, I couldn't date you. I couldn't talk to you.
Hold on.
I'm already off the market right now.
I just busted a joke.
Hold on. But look, there are a lot of things going on in Houston. So you really need to really protect
you. In Little Rock too.
You really need to protect yourself. So
that's in general, though. That's not.
And that's in general. That's in general. You don't have to get in specifics about her man. Just say, it could be, that these look, girl, that the people are hot in Houston right now, and Houston is ground zero. So just make sure. Because I'm doing this for me. Make sure you're doing it for yourself, because sometimes, heterosexual women act like they don't have no issues, but protect yourself. And
they've been together for a year. I didn't know it.
But that's the thing, though. She still needs to know. And then when people tell you, well, you didn't tell me, no, I told you to be very careful. It's not up to me to be talking about your man. But my thing is this. I want you to be protected. And that was my big thing. So again,
do you think it's too late? Think about it. If they've been together screwing for a year, everything they've done, me saying that it's not going to change it.
Well, maybe nobody ever told her that, and maybe the light didn't come on. But my thing is this, it's been a year and you knew this. So when did you know? Well, I knew at this time. And when I found out, I gave you that general knowledge, because again, Rebel, you take yourself out of it. You're just giving her general information. This is Houston. A lot of things is going on. You know what's going on. I have a couple of heterosexual friends who, and On-Site April is a good example. You don't need to tell her from where, but I've had I had a heterosexual friend that, she got pregnant, found out that her significant other, her boyfriend, had another guy on the side. So just be careful out there, because you just never know. And I'm just saying this because this is Houston. And she said, well, you know something about my man? No, I'm just telling you in general because I'm telling all of my cousins this. I'm telling everybody I know because y'all got to be careful. I'm in the medical profession. So, as somebody in the medical profession, I just want y'all to know to be careful out there. And again, it's a PSA. So, again, if she questions him, I didn't tell her anything about you. I didn't say not one damn thing about you. I just told her to be careful. And I told all of my nieces and nephews that. Now, if she put two and two together, then maybe she had some suspicions about you all along. But I didn't say anything. And that takes you out of that. Technically, you did not tell her anything. You gave her a public service announcement, and that's it. So it works to your favor in two ways. You didn't disclose anything that you heard about him. And also, you didn't necessarily warn her. You did warn her, but it was in general. Because at the end of the day, she has to take care of her own sexual health.
Jay, remember the story I told about the woman that caught her boyfriend playing with my stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And she saw him playing with my stuff while I was drunk and asleep, and he's trying to get me off while I'm sleeping. She peeks around the corner and see him. Do you not know this lady was mad at me for several years and had took him back? Now, he told her, I'm doing air quotes right now. He told her he used to be gay. Because he was trying to make his family happy. He was really into church, and he did with her, but he was using her basically as a beard. Right. And he ended up, Jay, leaving her for a man and moved into the same apartment complex. Left her for the man, and this woman hated me for years. Now, me and her sister are the best of friends to this day. And I still see her when I see my friends sometimes. But she called me a home wrecker. Wait, what's up? I home wrecker, and you saw me drunk and sleep, and he was feeling me. I could have went and filed charges on him. And I was 16 at the time.
Yeah, let me say this, Rebel, though. You bring up a good point. Are there some trans women that compete against women? Yes, but not too many. Are there men who try to take other men from their wives for sport? Yeah, there are a few. But they are no different than those females who try to take you away from your wife or your husband or anything else. But let me say this. I want you all to know, and this is from a sincere place. This is from a sincere place. Rebel, myself, and there are a few other men in this sector who are established, who know who we are, and we are not after straight men, and we are not after women's husbands. Most of the time, when somebody come to me and they married, they have come to me. I ain't looking for them. I told y'all that story when I was in Huntsville, Alabama. I don't know if this man, that was his sister. I don't know if that was his daughter. I don't know if that was his wife. But all I know is he was gone for about 45 minutes and reappeared without her.
Oh, I remember you said that, like at a Walmart or something, right?
It was at Walmart in Huntsville, Alabama. Again, let me tell you something, baby. They don't care if you got a folded face. If you look like you well-groomed and you got all your teeth and you smell good, baby, it is what it is, honey. If you halfway decent. Because men are dogs. Gay,
men are dogs, and they are sleep with men are dogs, Jay. And the thing is, when you told that story, I heard it, and I'm like, let me say this to ladies in the chat. Never think that your man is so homophobic. When a man is so homophobic and talk about gays all the time, you gotta be a little wary of that. Because someone that's secure in their sexuality don't give a damn. I don't look at lesbians feel any kind of way because I don't like lesbians. I don't want to be with a lesbian. I can see you holding hands. It does nothing to me. But if a man is so angry about gay people, it's almost as if he's fighting his own inner demons because I'm mad because I'm looking at y'all and I want you. That's why I'm pissed off. And, you know, we don't have gay people in our family. One person told me that and I was like,
right.
Girl, so I guess your uncle is your uncle. blood uncle. He by marriage. I mean, what? Because you don't know what people do behind closed doors. And these DL men, ladies, this is your life on the line. These guys are going to adult bookstores. They're doing stuff online, and they
Uh-huh.
never give you any inkling that they have a double life. Look at these pastors being exposed. The pastor in New York that was videotaped sleeping with that guy. You remember this from years ago, Jay?
Yeah.
Baby, the
Well,
video was
the
hot.
Florida man, the man in Florida, and he was in Palm Coast, and he had the teenage boy in the car, and they called him. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, people don't get it, Rebel. Let me tell y'all something. If that person came out of prison, you need to wait a little bit before you marry them.
Yes.
Because again, I'm not
Yes.
trying to mess with prison people, but they don't think that they gay, even though they hitting them booties. They don't think they gay.
Mhm.
And then the next thing you know, y'all got to be careful. But let me say this, and I said all of that to say this: I don't want anybody straight. First of all, I have who I love, and I'm good with that. So I'm not like Rebel said, I'm off the market. But my thing is, a lot of these straight men, they have issues with gay brothers who are self-assured and know who they are and have either equivalent or more than what they have. And it seems like they think that gay men are less than or less this or this. And my thing is, a man is a man by taking care of his responsibility and doing what he needs to do. How many babies you have strewn around the country don't make you.
Mhm.
And I think we have the wrong aspect of that. And I think it's sad, but I was looking at that volleyball player again,
Oh, I
and
saw him, Jay. I was listening when you said. I saw him. I said, "Oh, baby,
baby,
when
he's
he
bad.
turned that, when he did his poses and he was playing, I said, okay, hey sis,
Hey, baby, let me tell you something though. Sis is athletic. Sis
mm-hmm.
can fight. Sis knows that volleyball game, and it intimidates. And the reason why he came about is because one of the chauvinistic male commentators said that he's going to get hurt by doing those antics because he wasn't beating his chest. Now the masculine athlete can beat his chest and pump his hands, but baby sis has a different way. Baby, she puts her hands on her hips. She wipes away imaginary hair. Did you see when she wiped
I
away that
saw that.
imaginary hair?
I saw all of that.
Baby, she spiked on the boys, and and again, they don't like that. And so, it bothers people when that kind of stuff happens. They don't want to admit it, but like I said, Rebel, didn't you get a house, Rebel?
No, I was renting the house with the option to buy, but the
Okay,
owner, partner, cancer, he got really sick and they had to move back home.
okay, but
But
I
I'm in a
got it.
house. I'm still in the house now. But
But this is
yeah,
the thing. When Rebel got his house, however he got it, did you hear me saying, "Oh, Rebel think he all that now"? Did you hear me telling people that Rebel got a house and he think he all of that, or did people celebrate, or did I celebrate you getting your house?
yeah, you were very supportive. Most people were supportive, but you have to look at people that have something to say about that. Because again, that's them.
But let me
That's
say
not
this, though,
me.
Rebel. But I'm
Everybody don't have to
saying
have a
this.
house.
But this is what I'm saying though. I wasn't jealous, or I didn't feel any kind of way because you got a house. I was saying, here's another brother who's professional and can get a house. Let me tell you something. It wasn't, oh, it ain't big as mine. Or it was no comparison. It was just you got something. You had a great location. And I was just happy you had a house. Baby, let me tell you something. The girls on here now, they said Rebel, they said my house was basic, honey. They said I had a basic house. I had a basic car and a basic life. And I'm like, oh, okay. But now, Rebel, I ain't trying to be funny. But this hoe don't even have no pictures on her walls. She just got a bed. She was living on a blow-up bed. But I said, well, if this is basic, then I'm going to keep basic. And since you living in that extravagance over there, I'm going to let you have it. But Rebel, it just amazes me that the first thing people want to bring up is education in your house. You don't have to bring it up. They'll bring it up. They said Rebel was a janitor. But then
Yes,
when they
they did
found out
say
Rebel had
that.
a beautiful car and everything, then everybody just thought Rebel just wanted to be this and this and this. And I'm just saying, you all, it happens to everybody. It's not only me. It happens to Rebel. It happened to Wolverine. And Wolverine was very, very, Wolverine didn't give a damn what you felt about him. He was, let me tell you something, he was the Cam Newton of I don't give a damn and I'm going to show you look, Wolverine used to come laying by the pool and the girls used to hate him. And I said, I wasn't mad at Wolverine. And when I tell you I met Wolverine, Wolverine was who he said he was. He wasn't lying, and most of us are. Nobody ain't gonna lie. Rebel has been over my house at
Yeah.
least twice.
Uh-huh.
And again, it wasn't no big whoop.
But and Jay, the thing is, your house is a big house. That house is for you. I don't want a house that size. For me, I like the property some years ago. I don't know, you remember, I bought some property. I
Uh-huh.
got property that I could put a house on. I got property that I'm looking right now to put a tiny home on it.
Oh
So
boy, you might want to talk to Brian because he's looking for a trailer, a tiny home.
I've been looking. This has been some for some years. So
Y'all see how Rebel circumvented that and kept on moving. Go ahead, Rebel.
but no, the thing is, Jay, but I wanted the tiny home because I think they're so cute. But I have the property already, so I've just been looking at with my motorcycle and all that. It's like I don't have a car note. I paid cash for my Jeep and the bike, so I just don't want to be an older person and have a lot of overhead that I'm trying to, I don't want to live like that. My brother has my sister and brother have homes, 4,000 square foot homes. I just don't want that for myself. And my walk is my walk. Your walk is your walk. What makes you happy? You want the house you want. I want the house I want. And, we don't have to, there's no competition.
Really no competition, but then people don't understand that I'm not going to stay in this house forever. At some point in time, I'm going to downsize because, again, I mean, this is the largest house I'm going to ever have. I don't want anything bigger than this. It was big enough that I can say I enjoy this, but I'm looking at, hey, okay, I'm going to sell this house at some point in time and get something that I can pay cash smaller. I'm thinking about those people in New York, how those people sell a house for $700,000, move to Florida and get a $300,000 home and pocket the $400,000. So again, that's what I'm looking for. But everybody's
What you say?
what you said, Rebel?
Oh, okay. Go to hell. Go to hell. Hello.
Rebel talking to somebody.
My neighbor.
Rebel, look, I gotta go because my boo getting ready to call. So because he go to bed at this time, so I gotta be ready for that.
You remember the club? I was gonna tell you. I'm going back to the karaoke bar that me and Briiine met at.
Oh Lord, he said they too bougie for him.
They too. The thing is, Jay, it's a mixed club. It's not a they got like a younger kind of black club in the area, but let me tell you something, they do too much over there. I don't go to that club. It's more toward a club that my nephews would go to because it's like a late 20s kind of club and they be getting hype and I like bars. I like lounges. The place I go to is like it's cool. You got a patio area you can sit in. It's kind of like a Bulldogs, but it's more mixed. I prefer.
Rebel. So some people may be a little introverted and a little socially awkward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So everything is not, you got to go where you feel comfortable. I would never say if Briiine felt like that. That was his, he can feel like that. And maybe he'll find somewhere that he likes that he's more comfortable going to. I like going to it because I've never seen any.
And then some people could be a little socially awkward. Oh, hold on for a minute. Hey, babe, what's going on?
Tell Mark I said, hey.
Mark, Rebel said hello.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
He said,
all right.
All right. But yeah, so we
Hello? Jay, thanks for having me. I'm getting a text because they were talking about what I'm doing tonight.
All right.
I'm gonna talk to you later.
Rebel, you gone, Rebel? Rebel is gone, y'all. But look, I'm getting ready to go myself because I told the other half I'm getting ready to call them back. But look, y'all, I had a good time. We learned a lot tonight. We talked about some things tonight, and it was really good. I'm heating up my little tea. So I got my little tea on. I'm gonna have a little tea before bed. And I hope y'all have a really good night. Thank y'all for coming on. Peace and love. Bye.